I was actually scratching a ticket. Can I walk out back?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, that's just I communicate with that.
Not just ghosts, it's not just cryptozoology or aliens, it's all of it.
And what are we doing today, Matt?
Almost like Chewbacca. Like, you guys want to do a little detox live? Whoa, what's happening? You know what's funny is I always forget when I have to do this on my own. I actually have to like do the live button. Remember I did that last time? Anyways, Bobby Lee's a little late. She'll be here in a little while. She'll correct all my mistakes and make me look good as usual. Ha ha! Welcome to Banter with Richie B Paranormal Podcast, Saturday nights at 6 o'clock. Thank you for everybody that I see showing up. That's awesome. Super pumped. Got me a cool guest tonight. I cannot wait. I am going to introduce you to, if you don't already know her, I'm going to introduce you to Toast and Ghosts. Miss Megan. She's a bit of an entrepreneur, too, I'm finding out. Huh? The girl's over here swinging. You know what I'm saying? Pretty pumped, man. I'm pretty super psyched. I hope you guys have a lot to say tonight. We want to have lots of conversation and dialogue and all that good stuff. Asking questions, interactive podcast. I don't give a shit if you come into my studio. You could jump right in, click a link, and ask her yourself. Because I'm cool as hell like that. Not too many other podcasts have that. So I want you guys to check all that stuff out. And you know what we're going to do too? I just talked to her. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to pull up some more. I know you've seen enough of it. Some of my Bigfoot evidence, okay? And I'm going to get her thoughts on it. And I'm going to keep doing that. That's because I like to do that shit. I'm a little different, like I said. But anyways, welcome to the Get Haunted Network. The P3 platform, baby. 3.0, isn't it? That's what I say. Oh, look at this. I got some friends already in. Oh, wow. Senior's jumping around the different shows here. What's this? Oh, no, you're on private chat. You got to put it on regular comments. Megan. So listen up. I'm going to go through some promos, and then we're going to get started, okay? All right. I see some guests popping in. Feel free to say hello. Mr. Senior's here on, looks like Facebook, and on YouTube. This man is amazing. Look at this. What is going on here, brother? What you gonna do? Where's all the rest of my friends? Where are they at? So, hey, let's check out some promos. You ready? Here we go. You're going to hear it until it's showtime. This coming Tuesday night, 7 p.m., the one and only Alex Petikoff will be here hanging with Richie B, talking Bigfoot, talking cryptids, and I want to know who he is, right? Let's find out who the person is. That's always the most important thing to me. All this other stuff is just bonus material. It's just exciting to learn where the person came from, what their life is like, and how they got to where they are. That's what I want to know, because if we just talk about how they got to where they are, I don't know. It just seems a little empty, right? Okay. So listen, Small Town Monsters, Bigfoot Beyond the Trail. He's in with all those stuff. Strange Places is his own new production. Absolute kick-ass show. Check it out. Alex is a really cool, down-to-earth, humble guy. Hard worker. He's just awesome. And again, June 22nd and 23rd, I will be live. That's right. You'll be live and happening in Canada, New Hampshire. Please join us. We're going to have a live podcast, and I'll be a presenter up there, showing my evidence, things like that. I'm going to have tons of merch on hand. Got to buy the merch. You know what I'm saying? Buy the merch. Because, you know, that's what you got to do. What's up? I got some people. I'll be saying hello in a second. This is my kick-ass veteran producer, Bobby Lee Hubbard. And make sure you go to runsignup.com/Bobby Lee and donate to the cause. Help her out. She's over, I believe, over halfway to her goal. She's going to do a 26.2 mile march with a 35-pound rucksack on her back. What's up? Bring it. She ain't scared. And that money's going to help veterans in need, veterans that are wounded, you know, invisible wounds, and obviously, you know, legs, limbs, all that stuff. Like, I have friends of mine that It's just so sad to see, but they're tough asses, man. These people are built different. You know what I mean? So remember that. So help the cause. And families too, families that have lost loved ones and soldiers, you know. I'm 11 Bravo myself, Blue Cord Infantry, baby. What's up? I think it was yesterday was Infantry Day. Everybody gets a day, I guess, right? That's the way it is nowadays. One day we'll have Springwater Day. Oh, and there's my boy Wojo. We were just out in the woods today. We did live on YouTube. It was a success. I had a bunch of new people coming in asking questions. You know, some people talk shit or say dumb things, but whatever. I laugh it off and make it into a joke because I'm witty like that. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank both my parents for that. That's actually the gift that they both gave me. So as Wojo says, go to banterwithrichieb.com/shop and buy the merch. Oh, and you know what else? I found out today because I was exploring Megan's page. She has merch. Just saying. She has merch. And everybody's got to love merchandise. So I'm going to bring Megan to the stage, right? We're just going to get started, okay? Because we're going to hang out and have some fun. Toast and Ghosts, and she'll explain what that is in a minute. And we're going to say hi to the side with our guests. How's that? Because I don't like doing it without, because that's just silliness. Because that's just crazy talk. Hang on, let me get some water before I do this. Woo! When's the last time you goggled something? Remember that? It was a thing, like with mouthwash and stuff. Weird, right? Anyways, let's stop the nonsense and bring my guest up here because she's right there. That's why. What's
hello,
up?
hello. How goes it?
You said hello in private chat. Did you see that? Well, let me
Yeah, I
log.
did. So I tried to log into my YouTube so I could communicate a little bit, but
You should have been able to connect to your destination.
yeah, I pressed connect and it popped up and it was like, would you like to allow? And I said continue and then nothing. So, but I'm
So
going
you
to keep an
can't-
eye on it.
Well, you can comment live with your voice.
Oh, exactly. So as long as I watch over here, we should be
Huh?
golden.
You see how technological witty, right? I know this stuff. You could
This
speak.
is impressive. Yeah, pretty impressive, I must say.
You know, when you get StreamYard, you know, it's a couple $100 a year, but it's like,
Yeah,
it's a whole template of what
I mean,
you can do and can't do. It's
it
crazy.
is. It's pretty intense. Yeah. Just looking
Yes.
through here, just a little bit that I'm able to do as a guest on
Yes.
here. It's
Yes.
incredible. Yeah. See,
So
I'm just like, follow my Zoom link, come talk, I'll record it, and then I'll
I
get
know,
it
but
later.
listen, man, you know what I love about that? This is what I love about your page.
Yeah.
It's like me when I go Bigfoot. It's just raw in the woods. If I don't get any evidence, oh well. If I get
Exactly.
it, I'm not. I
Yep.
don't have to go. This stuff here is like my vision, and then Bobby Lee put it into effect because
See,
I
I
didn't
love
even know
that
you could do
too.
all this stuff. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
and the live I like too because you're able to interact in real time, and that's
Yeah.
where it's kind of different with Toast and Ghost, the page that I have, because
Mhm.
everything's already
record?
happened. You know, we've
You
already.
record?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, listen. I think it's cool as shit, man. I love your.
Yeah,
I
I
love
just
your
toss
content.
a template and some cute little name tags on there, and off she goes.
She's a template tosser, folks.
Yep, template
Back
tosser
to you.
all the way.
Template
So
tosser.
funny.
Let's say hi
Yeah.
to the side. I got some friends over here on the side. We got a couple in here. We got a
We
couple
do.
hiding. We got a
I
couple
see.
hiding. They're incognito. I have these regular guests, and that's funny because I was talking to my buddy Wojo, and like his brother is from Northwoods Paranormal, and
Yeah.
he has friends all over the world. So I got like people from India, and I have a big audience in Japan.
That is so cool.
Isn't that nuts?
How random. I love that.
I was looking at the stats on YouTube, and it said like 78% in the United States, and then like a big chunk was Japan. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
I
so
got
cool.
people in Japan. This is cool as hell.
That is so cool. Look at you
Kudos.
making the rounds. I'm here for it.
Right? Let's go. This guy's awesome. And now, do you know anything about the Get Haunted Network?
Oh,
Have you heard?
I do. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I sure
So-
have.
There is so many great loyal people in there. They come in, they help out your shows, they talk to you, and they actually have interest in what you're doing. And I love it. Andrew's one of them. His son Junior is another one, and his son Junior is moving out to the West Coast on April 1st. But I got to try to find a way to bring them Sasquatch in before he goes. We can't have none of this.
That's a hike. You better get him before it's too
No,
late.
he's in Connecticut now.
Oh,
Where are you
man.
at? Where are you at?
Me?
You North Carolina?
I am. So, a lot of people are familiar with Wilmington, North Carolina.
100. Yeah.
So I'm in Southport, downtown Southport. I can actually see the water
Sweet.
from where I'm at.
That's
Yeah.
nice. I lived in Fuquay Arena for
That's crazy. I
7
lived
years.
I lived
You
in
did?
Raleigh, and
Oh,
Nightdale. Yeah.
so you know where Fuquay is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a lot of friends that live there.
What?
My mom is actually in Fuquay right now.
My brother is right now.
That's so wild. Small
Yeah,
world. How
and a
weird is
couple of my
that?
nephews. I got a nephew in Cary. I got a sister in
Yeah.
Cary. Yeah, so I was down there for 7 years. I go back and forth because I have a seasonal company where I do
Oh,
power washing.
really? I worked
Yeah.
at a dentist office in Apex for years.
Oh, Apex. I played softball in Apex.
Yep, yep. And
I
then
won a championship in Apex. So, yeah,
wait,
oh,
really?
I won a championship.
My husband played softball
Don't
when we
make it
lived out
weird.
there.
Don't make it
He,
weird.
he did. He was like the youngest guy on the team. It was just like I mean, he was
Really?
probably 22 or 23 at the time. Yeah.
What,
Yeah, that's weird.
can we say his name?
Yeah, his name's Tim.
Tim Lewis?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Sorry.
You didn't play softball with the Tim Lewis, did you?
I know it, but I can find out if I played against him real easy.
How weird would that be?
Yeah.
That would be strange. We got some.
Yeah.
There's some little
I'm sorry,
connections.
Claude. Claude's waiting on me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Claude.
We knew this was gonna happen.
Well, this is my fault too. I will drag you down a loophole and we'll get lost. So
hold up the glass and show everybody why we call this toast and then ghosts. It's obvious,
toasts
right?
and ghost is
That's right.
spirits and spirits. So we are hanging with the spirits and we're hanging with the spirits, you know.
She's like, hey, ghosts, where they at, bitches? You know what I mean?
I'm ready. I mean, where y'all at?
So Mark says, hello. What's up, Mark, man?
Hello.
How you doing, bro?
How goes it?
And then we got the purple blurple.
I like that. That's good.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really good.
Super top secret, too. You can't get the name out of them. That's the thing, I guess. You know what I mean? And then we got Claude. Now, Claude's kick ass, right? What's this? You have more softball shirts than Buddha. This is my 33rd season. This is my 33rd season in softball. And it's funny because at 50 years old, I actually got to be an all-star again. So I really worked hard. I had to work hard. I had to work hard in the off season, and I got I think 83 kids or something. So it's harder and harder every year.
You're so funny.
to try to stay in shape and be competitive with these younger dudes. So
yeah, you gotta be ready at all times.
I think when I'm that old guy that sucks, I'm just gonna go home. So we'll find out after a couple of games where I'm at. I'll let you know.
That's so funny. No, I'm sure that you find you a spot.
Yeah, find me a spot. Working the book. So this is Claude. Claude's kick ass. He's been coming to my show for a while. He's very intelligent. He asks a lot of questions and really kind of goes back and forth. He gives some answers too. The young lady's, what is the young lady's name, young lady?
Megan.
There you go. There you go, Claude. Now you know.
There you go. Yeah.
I keep saying Claude. I always go, there you go. I call him brother. I'm like, hey, let me tell you something, brother. And it's like,
so
I don't know if it's a brother. He won't give it up either. So whatever.
Yep. You called me Toasty one time and it kind of stuck. So I've been using that here and there, which I like a lot because let's be real. It's kind of perfect.
I mean, that should be your name, right?
Mm-hmm. Should have been.
Pleasure to meet you too.
My mom she's regretting that one.
I think
for sure.
That's cool. I'm glad I had part in that. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so, you said it one time and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it stuck. Listen, I got shit that comes out my mouth. You know what I mean? That I just can't, the others just spit it out the gullet. I can't do much about it. Let's go here. Oh, wait, Blue Liner, can you tell me who you are from softball, or do I have to try to find out? I still don't know. You won't tell me. He knows Buddha, obviously. They're all mysteries, man. They're all mysteries.
That's kind of exciting, though, because you really never know. It could be anybody.
Oh, my God. It's just... So here's Claude. Megan, are you familiar with the skull experiment?
Skull experiment.
This is what happens with Claude. I told you. Didn't I warn you ahead of time?
I like that. And no, I'm not. So
we got to Google it now.
Give me more, Claude. Yeah, right?
Do we Google it?
Yeah, let's Google it. Google it for me.
All right, no clue. Let's see. No clue. I got to look it up now because this is what Claude does to me.
Yep.
He's
Well, I'm here
magical.
for it.
He's magical, and I appreciate him. But some of these things, I'm like, damn it, I got to look it up again.
That's the good stuff, though.
The dude, I say, but
It's a
the
press
person.
brand.
Skull
Yep.
experience. I'm looking it up right now. You ready?
Very true.
I'm going to
All
look
right.
it up right now.
Lay it
There
on
it
me.
is. Oh my God. I got ADD though.
Me too. Yeah. That's why I said we're gonna get lost. I'll take you places and we'll be like, how did we get here?
I'm like,
just buckle up.
God damn. All right. So, is there life after death? Reading this remarkable book may convince even the most hardened skeptic with its apparently solid scientific evidence for our continuing survival once we have shuffled off this mortal coil. I don't know. Whoa. Yeah, look at ADD. What the hell we do with that? Look, it's this
Holy
little
cannoli. Yeah.
Right away. I'm like, I just read the end and try to figure it all out.
Yeah. So I like that. So
Yeah.
the skull experiment is the concept that there's life after death. Is that what I'm understanding?
That's
Bobby.
that's what he.
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee's here and she's muted. That's awesome. I can see you're on point tonight. She's
Honestly,
like, here I am. You
I
can't hear
kind of
me.
love it. I kind of love it. I get it.
No. So YouTube the skull experience. See, yeah, that's true. Especially if you got ADD, right? We'll definitely check it out. But it does have to do with life after death, which is a great topic to have on a paranormal show, and it's something that I truly believe in.
Absolutely.
I discovered young in my life that I was a sensitive. I've grown up to do a little bit of mediumship. I've done reading.
Cool.
I've done readings on homes and stuff, and I wasn't very confident. And then I noticed about, say, 5 or 10 minutes in, that everything I said, I was completely, 100% confident in.
Yeah.
And the first reading I did on a house, I told her everything. I had the spinnies. Energy was drained. All the things you hear about. And then she said, yeah, she called me like 3 days later. She went to town hall and got all the history of the house and the land and the people that lived there. And I hit them all. She goes, I cannot believe how accurate you are. 100%.
That's kind of intense.
Yeah, it was really intense because I remember it was an elder couple, and the husband was meek and the wife was just brutal.
Yeah.
She was mean, and I kept seeing her walking up to me like, what are you doing here? And she was trudging through the hall and all this stuff. It was crazy. So my point is to tie this in with the afterlife. When you see somebody like, say, an old soul, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that people come back, right? And if you don't learn the lessons you're supposed to learn, then you come back until you do.
And you just want to keep on.
Yeah.
That's a cool concept because I've always wondered about that, like reincarnation and how that works. And, if you're just like when you're going, you have a shitty life. It's like, is this like punishment type?
Right.
That I've always wondered about that. And that can be a touchy subject because it dips into religion a lot and theory and all kinds of different things. But, that's why the paranormal is interesting because we can talk about all this stuff and opinions are great. So I'm happy to tap into it with you.
No, I love it. I think but like what you're saying, where is this a harder life because I'm being punished? No, I think there's lessons in that harder life.
Absolutely.
And it steers you in the direction of that lesson so you can grab it, so to speak, and have it be part of you.
Yep.
So, you know what I mean? So like, say it's true love. Say one of your lessons is to find unconditional true love. From the heart without it being a child or a sibling or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once you collect that, he's touching base. The evidence in that documentary is so very bizarre. I asked because I was the one asking if the observer effect could be related to capturing spirits.
Interesting. Okay.
So I told you, man, the person will make you think.
Yep.
I don't know anymore.
I'm gonna have to scope that out.
I'm telling you, right?
I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget because
write that down. Well, I'm gonna put it back in a minute. But let's say hi to Courtney. What did you change the name to? Peterson.
Hey, girl.
She is my guest on the 30th. She's
awesome.
What is Andrew Senior? Oh, he's saying hi to everybody. I thought he went to another platform again. And And the one and only Denise Pack is in the house. Welcome to the house.
Howdy, Denise.
Yeah, she's over in Kentucky. I want to get to Kentucky. There's a lot of Bigfoot stuff going. Here, I'll put it on the screen
Oh
for you.
yeah, I'm sure there
Are
is.
you looking? Are you writing down the observer effect?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that the one?
Skull. Yep.
Oh, and the skull experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're
See,
good.
well, you should
Yep.
study this and then come back and teach us all.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I would definitely like to know more about that. It's always something I've been interested in for sure.
Cordy is in Facebook jail for sharing. Do you mean
Oh.
sharing thoughts with the class or sharing like other people's podcasts like you always do? Because you're amazing,
You're silly.
right? For sharing. Sometimes
Hey,
when
it
we
happens
share.
to the best of us.
It does. So hello, everybody, and welcome to the
It
show.
does.
We're
Yeah.
obviously off to a kick-ass start. Observer effect is quantum mechanics.
Oh,
Bro,
hell. Oh,
cheapest cripes. Quick, toast.
dude, I run a boutique. Quantum
Sell 'em.
mechanics.
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna
grab your wine. Just do as it.
Yeah.
Grab the wine.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Salud.
to. I'm gonna have to do a little research.
Oh, my goodness.
Observer effect is quantum mechanics. Okay.
I told you. Didn't I say it? I said this dude,
See, I like that though.
person. I love it. I love it. This
Hey,
is my
dude-
audience. They
Dude
kick
goes.
ass.
Dude goes both ways. That works.
It's nuts. Courtney Peterson has a pseudo profile. Oh, Denise Pack knows things. Denise, you know things, do you? Are you
The
Denise, be
inside
careful.
scoop.
You're sharing, and we don't want to get you banned for sharing. So settle
Inside
down.
scoop. Careful now.
We got
They're
the scoop.
watching.
Oh, Denise Pack. Hi, sis. All right, everybody's friendly. So tell me something, Miss Megan.
Yes, sir.
Have you lived in beautiful North Carolina your whole entire life?
I have not. So I turned 30 this year, so this will kind of give you a general idea.
Okay.
I was born in Long Island, New York. We lived there until
Oh.
I was probably 4, Bayside area.
Sorry.
And then when I was about 4 or 5, we moved to Pennsylvania. We lived right outside of Honesdale, and we lived there until I was almost 10. So I grew up roaming the woods by myself and hanging out with the bear and the fish and the deer and yep. And then my parents decided to move to North Carolina because they were sick of the snow.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved to the beach, and we've been here ever since.
Wow.
Yep.
I think that's pretty cool. And now you get snow down there once in a while.
It's been a couple years, but every once in a while, if we're gonna get anything, it's gonna be like freezing rain.
Yeah, you know what was cool? When I lived there, we got hit with like a 2-inch snowstorm, and the whole place shut down.
Up there,
for like
you
7
might see it a
days.
little more.
Yeah, up there, right. So we got shut down, and we're obviously from Mass, and I was raising my little boy, so it was just me and him,
Yeah.
and so we had all our winter gear. Nobody else did, right, in the neighborhood. So we're out there in the snow, the ice. It was mainly ice, like you said.
Oh, yeah.
And we had remote control cars and stuff. And we're like zinging up and down the ice on the street. We're having a blast. And
I
people
love
like
that.
looking out the window, like, what
are they
these guys
doing?
Oh, yeah. Then they
Mhm.
shut down everything for like 7 days, no school because they don't have
Right.
salt and sand, right?
Yep.
So that's
Oh,
nuts.
yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah.
I went to the store with the neighbor one time.
Mm-hmm. No bread.
Whatever.
No milk.
No, it wasn't even that. It was the fear of getting to the store with a southerner who doesn't know how to drive in the damn snow, okay?
I mean, it's a
He
thing.
hammers down. He hammers down the whole time. He's and I said,
Oh,
yo,
my God.
bro. I had to scream. I go, yo, bro. He's looking over like I'm like this. And I
Gotta
said,
snap him out of it.
I said, if you let off the gas, the car will just go through
It'll
the snow
move.
by itself, bro. And he just hammered down. I'm like, forget it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
then I begin to pray.
I
You know what I
rode
mean?
the bus to elementary school with like chains on the tire. Like we were going to school in like feet of snow.
Oh yeah, you weren't playing.
No, it's not like that down here. Yeah.
Pennsylvania don't play. That's a hilly terrain too.
Oh,
Ernie
yeah.
Pack's in the house. What's up, Ernie? Say hello to my friend Megan from Toast and Ghosts.
Hello, Ernie. How are you tonight?
Have you ever met any of these people that I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my goodness, you got to get in the loop, girl.
I know where. Like,
oh, hey girl, hey. I have strange voices that come out.
That was good.
Oh, unbelievable. Hey, whose birthday is it? Someone said happy birthday to who? Whose birthday? And Courtney's from Long Island, by the way.
Is she? Cool.
Yeah,
Hey, girl.
no. Sorry about that. I'm not a New York fan.
Been a long time, but
I was born and
Oh,
raised not to
I
like
was
New York.
born there. Yeah, is that yeah?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing in Boston.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah, you could literally
Damn, I
get
didn't know that.
you could get grounded if you cheered for the Yankees or any
Oh
New York
yeah.
team. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
See,
forbidden.
Sports I can understand.
So my kids' first phrase, all my boys, I got 5 boys, right?
Oh
And a girl.
wow.
And a girl.
Mm.
And a stepdaughter. Anyway, so my 5 boys, their first phrase is Yankees yuck. All of them.
Shut up.
All of them. I teach them. I sit there and make them say it. Yo, say it. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
And they're like, but that's what we got to do. So
That is funny.
yeah, Denise, God bless you. No thanks. You
Or
can have mine.
girls. Oh man.
Yeah,
Woo.
my girl is 20 years old. She's the queen.
Is
And
she?
it takes no shit from nobody, including myself. You know,
Good for her.
If we argue, it's like I'm one of her teenage friends. The shit that comes out of her mouth, I'm like, what? I'm your father. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 20 is weird though. 20 is so
Yeah.
weird.
Listen,
It's a weird time.
I'm here for all my kids. They need any. You want to talk to me about girl stuff, guys? I don't care, man. You're my child.
Yep.
I'll tell you what I know. I'll share my knowledge with you.
Man,
I haven't been perfect.
A long ways to go. My girl is 8 months old.
God bless you.
Yep.
Far
away from 20.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Right? It's just
Right.
it's work. You know?
It
Ready
is.
for this? You see how old I am?
How old are you?
Right?
Wait,
I'm
we
50,
see this?
I'm 52. See? Yeah, I'm showing you my grays on my face.
Yeah, no, you don't look 52. No way.
I have a 9-month-old.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you might see him in the show. Yeah. That's my boy Joshua.
Shut up. Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love kids, man. I wish I had 10 of them. I would 11 of them. I think my number was 9, and I had to stop at 6. We did, not to dampen things, we did lose my son Jack at birth.
Oh, bless.
So that was traumatic.
I'm sorry.
So I always mention him every show, Jack Richard Brawl, and he's always part of my count. So
that's a beautiful way to remember something like that. It really is.
He was so cool, and I got to hold him and sing to him and all that. But
I love that. That's a moment that you.
He's my dude, man. He's my dude. Like, sure. I talk to him when shit's going down. I'm like, bro, daddy needs you.
What do I do? Help me.
So there's a world renowned there's a world renowned psychic medium, Maureen Hancock, and she's been all over the place. And I went to see her. She picks me out of a crowd, of course, because we could see the light, you know. And she tells me that, you know, there's 5 father figures around me, and this woman came barging through and says, "You got to tell Richie. This is very important. You tell Richie." And she's doing this on stage, and it's funny because she kept calling me Richie, and she's like, "Richie," and I'm like, "Whoa, stop that! You're freaking me out." It was like one of my friends, you know.
You didn't know this lady?
No, she was a psychic, world-renowned psychic and medium.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was in a room full of 250 people, and she kept coming back to me, and she says, "I'm supposed to tell you that your son is a cherub." And I said, "Excuse me?" She's like, "Your son is a cherub." And the woman keeps telling me that it's important that I tell you that your son in heaven is a cherub. And I didn't know what a cherub was. I had to look it up because I was never brought up religious. I got sober and became spiritual, but I never became religious.
Yeah.
So apparently, my apologies, observer effect is a bit broad. Energy collapse of wave function is more precise. Are you sticking with this, Megan? Come on, girl. It may explain why spirits seem to disappear. Oh, yeah, that's right, Claude. We had this conversation. It's not exact, but my theory is they are related.
Okay.
Basically, they're only there when you see them.
Is that because they choose that?
I don't know. You have to look this up. No, Megan, this is your homework when you come to Banter with Richie B. You get homework, okay?
I'm on
it. My son is a cherub, and a cherub works directly for God. He has tasks directly from God. Yes.
That's kind of interesting to think about, honestly. You know?
It's absolutely nuts. It's mind-blowing. I came home.
I mean, especially from a religious perspective, you know, like he wasn't meant to be here because he had work that needed to be done.
You get it. You get it. And that's where the rainbow baby comes from.
Yep.
Because without him, he's not here.
That's intense.
Oh,
that's
it was so intense. It was, and there's more to the story, and I figured it all out in the delivery room, and I shared it, and I was like, I was crying, and I was like, I know the answers now. She's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I know why Jack, isn't here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was never supposed to be on the earth.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it from the beginning. That is profound. That's intense.
It doesn't help the pain, but it gives reason. And as humans, we need reason, right?
Sometimes that's it. Yeah.
That is it. So enough about me.
Yep.
Let's talk about me. No, I'm just kidding. So
no, this was good. That was good.
No. Well, I like to get insight on that conversation because it's so intense and it's so mind blowing and it's so crazy that it's tough to grasp. So when other people give their input to it, it helps me kind of reach and grasp it.
Absolutely. And I think talking about it is important too. And like you said earlier, you like to mention it every show. I think it's a beautiful little moment and it's special and it's important. And I'm glad we did.
He's one of my kids, man. Always will be. That's my boy. You know what I mean? So, so what got you in this direction? Like, how do you get here? And you're a young girl. What you said, 29, right?
Just turned 30. Last year.
Just turned 30. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you don't even look 30, by the way. You look like
Thank you.
Kid. You look like a kid.
I feel like a kid sometimes, but other times I'm like,
me too.
Like,
no, listen. Don't listen to the body. Listen to the mind and the soul.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good way to think about it.
Well, I'm old. I have these things. I know.
It's like keep you going, right?
It does. It keeps you young and youthful and goofy and fun and I enjoy it, man. Like when I go out, even when I'm out in the woods looking for Bigfoot, I'm a clown. You know what I mean?
See,
I get bored when he doesn't answer me, and I make fucked up noise. Oh, like I make these weird ass noises.
I love that.
And the people with me, they're like, "Really, dude?" I'm like, "Just be quiet."
Just let me enjoy my life.
let me do my thing. So, how did you get here? Like, what did you have a ghost experience when you were a kid? Haunted house?
I didn't think so at the time.
Oh.
I think maybe now that I'm older and I'm a lot more open to this and I've been doing it for a long time now, I do think back to moments when I was really little, that I wonder, if they were paranormal or, moments of having communication, but I don't really remember any specific moment that just happened. I've just always been the spooky friend. I mean, we're talking like 9-10 years old. I'm wanting to watch like really intense movies and all these shows with my mom, and I'm getting into it, and I want to go ghost hunting, and that kind of it just progressed into like a personality trait. Yeah. And I was always dragging my friends around to abandoned roads and haunted places and just like freaky spots in the woods and like going out and looking for funky shit. It was just kind of always my thing. So I was presented with an opportunity quite a few years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago now, to work for an event company. And we were traveling around the country as investigators, working at all these haunted locations, teaching guests how to, form that bond and that communication. And I learned a lot about myself and about interacting with other people and with spirits. And I learned that I really loved teaching. I loved everything paranormal, and I followed that. I did that for quite a few years, and now kind of just running, doing my own thing now. So the Toast and Ghost is a lot of fun because I get to talk to a lot of people who have really similar interests.
Yep.
And one of my questions that I ask in every interview is, how did we get here?
Right.
What brought us to this moment? And pretty much every single person so far that I've interviewed or talked to had a moment when they were a child. And it's like a good story. It's a moment, that like solidifies it for you.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of just never really had that.
It's awesome though, because that means it's inside you, and it plays to the discussion of reincarnation.
It does.
This could come from another life.
I know. What is it? Like, why? Why did this have to be where I ended up? And it just feels really natural.
Yep. And I always find it's from 5 to 8 years old, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard as young as 4, which is to me
absolutely
profound. But
Yep.
my experience was 7, 8 years old when I had my
See?
grandmother come in the room. Yeah.
That oh man, tell me about
Uh,
this.
Oh, well, I had.
Richie
Oh,
B.
okay, you're interviewing me.
How did we get here?
Well, everybody, welcome to Toast and Ghost podcast.
Yeah.
So I was a young boy, 7 to 8 years old. My mother and father
Yeah.
were divorced.
Mhm.
My mother remarried, and with my stepdad, and I was laying in bed. We had bunk beds. My brother was on the top. I was on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I wake up I heard something in my room, and I remember kind of waking up and doing this, and I'm looking, rubbing my eyes, and there's a woman standing there in my room,
Oh no.
and she's about 3 feet into the doorway,
Oh man.
and my bed's right up the same wall as the doorway, So I'm looking at her like this, and she's like, starts walking towards me, and she's limps and she's small, and I went, oh my God, and she went to say something, and I thought it was going to be my name the first night. I that's why I freaked out. It was like I
Yeah.
knew my name was coming, but I didn't hear
Yeah.
it. So I
Like the
got up.
anticipation of it was
Oh
like,
man, yep.
yeah.
I got up and I said,
Mhm.
well, I don't know what to do here. I ran around her as fast as I could. I ran down the hall into my mother's room. Bang, 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 bang. Opened the door and I said, "There's a lady in my room. There's a lady in my room." And she was as vivid as you are right now. I mean, plain and simple, right? There's a lady
that's so intense.
in my room. Lady in my room, right? So
Yeah.
it gets crazier. So my mom and stepdad come in. There's no lady in my room. All right, you had a bad dream, little 7, 8-year-old. Go back to bed.
See, that's
You know what I mean? So
kind of
I go
how it works.
right. I go back to bed. I
Mhm.
remember. I think I woke my brother up, and I was like, I'm really scared. I think I had a nightmare.
Yeah.
So I go to sleep. Anyways, next day, I'm laying there in bed, and I get woken up again. I don't know the times or anything like that. I was a kid,
Yeah.
So I'm doing the eye rub again like this, and she's right where
Mhm.
she was the night before, that same spot, but stepped towards me again.
Oh.
And she reached out with her hand. She's like, Richard, everything's gonna be okay, Richard. And she's walking towards me, and I went, bah!
Yeah,
Fly
you're
around
like
her, right?
terrified.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
tell everybody it's like that cartoon, like exit stage left. Ting, you know what I
Oh
mean? Like,
yeah.
and your
Yeah.
feet are like,
You were moving faster than your legs could.
I was like,
Mhm.
and mama, the lady's back in my room. The lady's back in my room.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, relax, stay calm. All right,
Mhm.
like still don't really believe me. They get up and look, they go back to bed. They tell me, my stepdad gives me a word of advice. If you don't want her there, now they're trying to appease me, then
Mhm.
tell her you don't want her there, basically get the hell out of my room.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah. Like we have to
what's
come up
up,
with
Trey?
some
Welcome to
kind
the
of
show.
solution.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, right, because this is becoming a problem, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
third night in a row, Megan. Third night. I'm sitting there I'm laying on my bed. I'm going, the same thing happens. This time I
Mhm.
woke up to my name from her. I pop up. She
Oh
comes
yeah.
over. I
Oh.
still feel her sitting down on my bed next to me. She touches my hair, and I can still feel her hand. And she says, Richard, everything's gonna be okay. It's okay.
Oh my
And I went,
gosh.
I remember yelling in her face, I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. I don't want you here. Please go away. I'm afraid of you. And I get up and I ran, and I told my mother again. And the third night was
Oh.
this. Okay, what does she look like?
Mhm.
You
Now they're
know?
like
Yeah. So I
getting
said,
annoyed. Like this is
yeah.
some
So
bullshit.
I'm all
Yeah.
fired up. So I'm like, Mama. She's like really, really short. She has a bun in her hair, like up here. She had a pin with these ruffle things, and she's wearing this black outfit, and she has like a jacket, and then she has like a dress skirt, like goes down below her knees, but not
So
all the way
like
down.
very specific.
Oh,
Like
very.
it
I'm
was
not
like
even done yet.
a perfect.
And yep. I said, and she limped. I said she limped on. It was her right side loop,
Mhm.
and she knew my name. And my mother's mouth hit the freaking floor.
Oh my
And
God.
she runs to the phone, right? She runs to the phone. This is like midnight. She's running to the phone to call my father. And of course, as a kid, you're anticipating, you're excited. And remember, everybody, I'm very old. We had dials
You had
on
to.
our phones.
It would take you a minute
Oh my God.
to make a phone call. Yeah.
Calling
Uh-huh.
dad. And the thing's like, brr, brr, brr,
Oh
brr.
my God. Yep.
So my father
What a
gets on the
moment.
phone. I'll never forget what my mother said. My father was always an atheist, never believed in anything. You go on the ground and you were out by worms,
Mhm.
And she says, Russ, Richard just described your mother to me to a T.
It was your
Right
dad's mom.
Right down to her limp and what she was buried in. And I'll never forget that phrase as a young man. And my father didn't, I don't know what he said on the other end because, we don't have speakerphone because I'm old. And I remember freaking out. So let me tell you, my grandmother died in strange circumstances. We don't know. I don't know if it was malaria or some kind of, something happened to her where
Yeah,
she was
illness.
some kind of illness. She had a limp.
Yeah.
She was in a wheelchair. She used to gaze off into so they thought it was malaria, whatever it was. But she died when my father was 13 years old. My father had a very difficult life. 13.
Whoa.
Hard time to be without your mom.
Absolutely.
Any time is, but 13 is pretty significant.
For sure.
So it wasn't really talked about. I saw one picture of what looked like a little boy, black and white, suspenders, knickers, like that, real short hair. And apparently that was my grandmother. So, so I never saw pictures of her.
Man.
So when I became an adult, after I got sober and everything, I wanted to reach back to that moment and said, why did that happen to me and not my other siblings? It happened to me. So that's when I started discovering that I was open, that I was a sensitive, all this stuff. And she came to me for a reason. So I started seeking the truth. I went to my father's cousin, who's her niece, and she had all the information. And I kept going back to her to get it. And I told her about the dream. She shows me a picture of my adult grandmother. And she doesn't have a bun in her hair or anything like that. I'm not getting crazy with it. But what she did have was this ruffle thing down here and a brooch on her neck.
And it was like so
that was the brooch that I saw that she was buried in. And it's 100%, right? And it was Claude, it was so vivid as a child that, again, I'll never forget the words that my mother said. I'll never forget the feeling of the woman sitting on my bed, touching my head.
And touching you. Like a physical experience.
A physical experience. It was absolutely insane. And I didn't realize how insane it was till I got clean and sober at 26 years old in 1997. Because thank you. Yeah. I was homeless at 14. Anyways, a long story. So I fixed myself. And then when I fixed myself, I had to find out what that was all about. So I went back into the family. That's when I started researching this beautiful cousin of mine, second cousin, I guess, at the time.
Yeah.
She goes, I have been holding on to something for a long time from your side of the family. And I didn't know who to give it to. And I didn't want to give it to your father.
Yeah.
I don't feel he's ever ready for that because he loved his mom so dearly and it hurt so much. And
just too much maybe for him.
She goes upstairs. She comes back down. She hands me my grandmother's Bible with her writings in it. And she hands me her little kid's rocking chair. It's in the other room right now that she sat in as a child. And I get to keep that. And my fourth born son, his middle name is Walker, Brooks Walker. So his middle name is Walker, her maiden name.
Wow.
So is that amazing? So that's my story of significance in the paranormal world and why I had to find out. So I started grabbing like little recorders and watching shows and trying to learn. And, that's the one thing the production shows are good for. You can learn like what tools to use or techniques or questions out. What do you ask somebody that isn't there, right?
Especially if you have no idea where to start at all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, what do you do? I didn't know. Go out and yell Nana. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Come back.
Come back. I was just kidding. I'm not afraid of you no more.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how many years I've wanted her to come back?
So that experience that you had that night when you said, go away, I don't want you here. That was it? That was it after that? Really?
And it sucks.
Wow.
And now it kind of hurts. You know what I mean? It's like, I know she knows we're connected.
Yeah.
She knows that.
And of course, you were also so little that
I didn't know any better.
I'm sure she also probably completely understood that
I wish she'd come back.
It was just too much for you at the time.
Right.
It would be interesting to see if, at some point you do end up having an experience that you might be able to relate to her.
It would be
being that you're just, you are older and you're more experienced and you're way more open. And you said, you already are sensitive. So I mean, that's kind of interesting. You try, you said, though, to communicate with her?
I do subconsciously. You know how we do that?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
And dude, don't ever stop.
yeah, I
Don't
won't.
ever stop doing that.
Yeah, I feel she's here.
Because that shit is real. That is
You're
real.
You're a really good interviewer.
Me? Wow.
Yeah, you just had me all passionate and emotional about my experience. I'm like, damn,
I'm
wait, whose show
serious,
is
though.
this?
I'm serious. Even the weird shit that you say to yourself in your head, that when you're talking to somebody else or talking to
Yeah.
yourself or whatever, it's all manifestation. And if you're putting out the right energy, you're eventually you really might get what you're looking for. Yeah.
I hope so, man, because I miss her. I do.
Yeah.
And I know she's here. Like I said, my son's name has her name and I have her stuff
Mhm.
here. And
Yep.
she knows what we experienced. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's ours. That always will be, you know.
Yeah. It wasn't just a moment for you. It was a moment for her too.
Courtney's like, look at Meg and go, I know, Courtney, you've watched my show. I've never been tamed this way. This is ridiculous.
That is so funny.
Don't you, Courtney, don't you get any ideas for the 30th when you come on my show?
Yeah, she's like, now I know what I have to do.
I'm gonna break this, man.
That's so funny.
Let me get to a couple of questions real quick. I believe they present themselves in a way such. Yes, I believe that as
I
well.
was just reading that one. Completely agree with that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's cool because in a way I wouldn't recognize her, but I would be able to describe her to
Yeah.
somebody that would and did recognize her.
Yeah, that would know her.
Correct. So
I
that's a
mean,
great questions right here. And Claude has another one. Do you believe abilities such as clairvoyance / mediumship, etc., can be trained or taught? You give your answer, and then I'm going to give my answer.
so I I I think my rounded answer would be yes. Now if you aren't already like a little on the sensitive side or like some people just have that. It's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have it or you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people that do have it, it can be really scary and confusing.
Yep.
And you might want to push it away or ignore
Mm-hmm.
it. And I'm sure a lot of people live their entire lives without ever exploring whatever that little bit of oddity about them might be,
Mm-hmm.
and then some people do. And I think the deeper you get into things and the more research and experience you have to play around to
Yeah.
figure those things out. So I think that it can be taught, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that it can be given. I think it is something that you already have within you, and you can kind of go and go off that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree with that. And what I'm going to
Yeah.
add to that is,
Yeah.
I believe if you do automatically have it,
Mm-hmm.
it's up here kind of, but we all
Yeah.
as humans can get it drawn out of us because it is in
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
But it would be at a different level either way.
For
So
sure.
you might have a certain level of mediumship and clairvoyance as opposed to some. It's the same as athletics. Say you have a natural athlete, or you have a guy that has to work in the cages all the time to be good, and it's just a different level. And that's, to me, I believe we all can, but the gift is different in a sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I might be really great at football, but am I gonna give that a shot? Probably not. So
right. So right. And if like I said, and there's other people that are just natural, they just do it,
yeah, exactly. And that's incredible. It's so freaking cool.
Yeah, it is great. And I love watching it. And
me too.
Michelle Bellinger, I believe she's a psychic medium, and she's been with I want to say hang on, don't say nothing. What shows? She's been on a few shows. And I think she's been on, she's got the short hair, and I think she's been on I think she might have been with, what is it, Ryan? Was it Ryan from the one from Penn State? The Penn State.
I know what you're I know what you're talking about.
She's made a bunch of different appearances, but I believe she started doing that. And then I think she's been on with Amy and what's his name, Adam. And another show I watched. Is that who you talk about, Claude? Oh, wait. Do you think if you have these abilities, are you more vulnerable to being cursed? Woo! No. Well, I
See,
think
this
vulnerable,
one's
perhaps, but well,
interesting.
no, I told you. But listen, I told you this was going to happen. You think I planted him here
Oh
just to
my
ask
God.
cool questions, but I did not.
It's so funny.
Claude is a gift, man. He's
This
a
is what I
gift
like
to my
about the
show.
lives, though,
Yeah.
because you can go anywhere, and it's just so
We've
much
been
fun.
everywhere. Like I didn't plan all this to happen, but you have, you have the people, on the side watching this that are
Yeah.
interested, and there's great questions and great
Yeah.
topic. But
No,
it's
and
unbelievable.
that's another great question. It
Yeah,
is.
so I think you are vulnerable to different things, whether it's
Mhm,
curses or not. So
mhm.
I had to be careful when I was doing investigations. So we
Oh, yeah.
talk about we talk about grounding ourselves and
Hmm.
closing ourselves off.
Yeah.
So if you go into a spot that could be dark or whatever, and you're open, then you're probably going to be the first one attacked.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time to different psychics and mediums and things like that. So
Mhm.
I think if you're open, yes, you are more vulnerable and your light kind of shines differently than other people. So why can't it be a curse? You can get
Yeah.
scratched. You can get scratched from something that's not of this earth. It's the same as a
Mhm,
curse as far as I'm concerned, right? So
mhm.
how do you feel? Do you agree with that? You don't
I
have
do
to. I'm just wondering.
I do think that it could make you more vulnerable to like negativity
Mhm.
or negative energy, negative spirits, whatever you want to call it. Um but I think that everybody could be equally as vulnerable to being cursed, specifically cursed. Like
Okay,
that
specific.
specifically. Yeah.
Okay.
Um I mean, maybe, if you are gifted and you have some kind of different way to communicate with the other side, that really could make you a lot more vulnerable. But I think in general, everybody is probably equally as vulnerable to
That's a
like
good.
that, just like really intense
Yeah.
negativity that would come from something like that,
Good
you
point.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to add to that as well, I'm in a situation where, and if you're, let's see, have the abilities,
Hmm.
gifts, you
Hmm.
have ways of defending against it more
Hmm.
so than people that don't.
Yeah, it
That
just makes
they can,
sense to you differently,
yeah, it's
you
sneak
know?
attack on somebody who can't feel what I can feel. I can pick
Hmm.
up on energies. I know when something's approaching. I know when something's
Yeah.
up behind me.
Exactly.
And I've had it all happen to me. I've had things go whooshing by me, and take a
Yeah.
picture, and there's this weird ass face in front of me or something. You're like, I told you that. I told you it was there. So
Exactly.
yeah, so those things can happen, but you have tools too. Once you have the abilities, you learn about having the tools, and if you have the abilities, you ask the right questions,
Exactly. And the
right?
correlation.
You're like, what do I do
Yes.
if? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Do you have any
Hmm.
abilities, Miss Megan? Besides being
I
a kick-ass, strong, independent woman with a boutique and a
I will
podcast,
that's number one. That's at the top of the list. I'm gonna hold that
you got
as
the
the
flex on it, girl.
for sure. That's the flex
Yeah.
on it. But I don't really say I don't think I would say I have any like incredibly special abilities, but
Mhm,
and pretty much everybody that I know knows this as well.
mhm,
Like something about me is just a little bit strange. Like weird shit happens when I'm
mhm.
around.
Yep.
Um and it's always something that just blows your mind.
Right.
Um like all of my friends know this, when I'm around and something happens and they're like, of course. Like, of course. Like
Yeah.
nothing like this would ever happen if you weren't here. I walk into a room and the lights flicker and it's like
I'm that
shit
guy.
like that.
Yeah.
I can't see anything. I can't
Mhm,
hear anything. I've never
mhm,
had any kind of visual,
mhm.
you know, like intense.
What was that? Yeah. Keep talking.
Wait, no, no, no. We
What
have
was it?
we have people upstairs.
You
Airbnb.
sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Oh my
It caught
God.
me off
Thank
guard for a
God.
second, but no, debunked
Okay.
immediately.
Airbnb.
Immediately debunked.
Airbnb. What are they doing up there? You want to go yell at them? Take the camera up. Let's go get them together.
No,
I'm just kidding.
it sounded like they dropped a bottle or something, maybe like plastic, but
Sometimes that
it
happens.
bounced and I heard that and I was
Oh.
like, oh God. But
Megan was ready to run. She goes, "There's that weird
I
shit. It's
was, did
happening
you
again."
see me?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, no, I do get just like vibes. I say I'm like a vibe person. I can tell when the energy in the room shifts, like when something's just like not quite right. I'm typically the first person to be like, something's not quite right,
Right.
you know. But can I
Right.
tell you what that is? No, we're gonna have to figure it out
Got you.
together.
Got you.
So
Yeah. Yeah. No.
yeah.
And you know that's funny because I'm that person too. Like I'll tell my brother stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Of course that happened to you."
Yep.
The craziest shit. And he's like, "Of course that happened.
Oh.
Of course, Bigfoot's in your backyard, Rich." You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like he's like, I tell him the stories that yeah, it makes sense. Like they're not surprised anymore.
Yep.
They're not. You know what I mean?
That's
So
how that's my whole entire life.
me too.
Everything.
I'm with you on that. Who
Yep.
knew that we had similarities like that?
There we go. A
'Cause I
little
could
something in common.
strange.
Yep. Who knew?
Strange. So listen, Bellinger has a book called Walking the Twilight Path that is a step-by-step of communication with the other side. It was
That's
so
kind of neat.
mind-bending. It is cool. I had to get
Yeah.
out of the field for about 10 years.
After
Woo!
you read the book?
Oh shit. After you read the book? All right, can I just say, can I call you bro at least to tell me that?
Bro's good.
You know, I mean, it's
I think-
Claude.
I think
Claude, you know.
Claude approves of bro.
But it's just a name, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Claude.
I don't want to be disrespectful. And I say bro a lot.
I kind of use it too. It's a part of the vocabulary.
There it is again.
Yeah.
No, but
Hey,
I'm
Jenny.
yes, Miss Jenny Davis. Do you know Jenny?
I do not.
Joe,
Nope.
you got to get in my loop. I'm telling you,
I
these are the
told
people
you.
you want to hang with.
But hold on. Where are my friends?
Oh, I don't know. We're not broadcasting to your thing.
Where are Toasty and Ghosty's friends at? I did share it. No,
Oh, you
Saturdays
did get
are
it?
Saturdays are busy days. I'm just thankful that anybody is here communicating at all.
Well,
'Cause
well, listen. So
it's been good so far.
yeah, no doubt. So I had called Rob and Sarah have get haunted. They
Oh yeah.
they
Yeah,
own it
yeah.
together. So
Mhm.
I was like, listen, I want to do a paranormal show. And
Yep.
what's this? Is this someone you know? No. Oh no, I think I recognize her. Hi, Sarah.
Hey,
Bless-
Sarah. Nope.
Blessed evening. I'm here. Hello,
Welcome.
Sarah.
Welcome. We're having a good time. So
She's like, ta-da! Thanks for coming. So
Yep.
so I was like, hey, I want to do a paranormal show. What nights are available? I don't want to step on nobody.
yeah.
And of course,
yeah.
Saturday night, nobody's doing anything. So and
'Cause
here's Rich like,
everybody's
like,
busy.
okay, I'm in. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, except
It's a good night still though too, honestly.
But I did the time right. So it's
Mhm.
I do 6 to 7:30, right? And sometimes I go over, but you can have a couple of sips of wine, put on your makeup, get on your
Yeah.
outfit, whatever you got to
Like before
do.
you're going out doing
Right.
something. Mhm.
Right. Hang with
Mhm.
Richie, right? You can have me on in
Yep.
the background and listen to my stupidity, you know.
Yeah,
Here's
the
Mojo,
couple
man.
times I've hopped on to watch have been like pretty much right as I'm walking out of work and I'm like heading home or
Yeah.
floating around
Yeah.
out back or something. So
Thank
it's a
you.
good
No,
it's a good
thank you.
time.
Anything at all. Thank you so much. And I want you to get connected with all my friends here. I'm telling you right now,
I
there's a
appreciate
lot of powerful women in the paranormal world. And you listen, ladies, she would make a great connection for you.
Are.
Go to
They
Toast
are.
and Ghosts and subscribe. That's the best way to get a hold of her on her YouTube page and say, yo. You have Facebook too, right? Though, right?
Oh, Facebook,
Yeah.
YouTube, Instagram,
Right.
TikTok, but I'm not
All
really
the
sure
same
where that's
name?
going. So yeah,
All
yep.
the same.
Toasts, X, Ghosts,
Wait, where is
everywhere.
it? Oh, I got to go back and find that thing I wrote.
Yep.
I spoke to
Little
you
old
in
me.
one of the posts of Sarah. Oh, that's correct. I hope someday I can share. Of course you can. We have listen.
That's
check
the
it out.
point.
Yeah, check it out. Check this out, Sarah. So my producer's somewhere around here, but we have a link that you can click right now. Click it and be on camera and talk to us and tell us your story. And we will absolutely share it with you. I'm telling you, right? Isn't that cool?
On in. Yes.
Interactive podcast. I had you do it.
Yes.
You were like
with
one of my
Drew.
first. Yeah,
Yep.
with Drew. You had a question because you interviewed him the night before.
Yep.
You were like, hey, I didn't get to ask that question or something like that. And I said, well, why don't you hop on in and ask him that question? And you were like, what? And sure enough,
I can do that. And
you were driving in your car.
Cool too. It was so much fun. It was like such just a random. It really kind of made my night. I felt like even the rest of the night, I was like in such a good mood because it was just so much fun. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh
It's so
yeah.
cool, right? Oh, let's this. Does Wojo have
Mhm.
a note excusing his tardiness? Clearly, that's someone we know. Do you know who that is, Wojo? He's messing with me. Yeah, he does not have a note. And what are we gonna do about that, Blue Liner? Let me know. Any ideas is fine with me. Bailiff. Anyways,
That's awesome.
let's see. We have here Claude and all. Do you think all paranormal can be explained via science, or are there things that science just can't adequate? Say the word for me.
Adequately.
Adequately. Thank you.
Yes.
I could.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Gotcha.
I was like, bop.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yo.
That was perfect.
Thank you very much.
That was
Appreciate
so
it.
good. That was
Thank you.
impressive.
Yeah. It's crazy, right? Yeah, that's what happens when you're this old and you grow up in the hip
That
hop
is
world.
awesome. I'm
But
dead.
so let's see.
Another
You know,
incredible question.
isn't it great? So and that's on a Saturday. See, I'm doing
Yeah.
things that people told me I couldn't. They told me when I got here I had to have a niche.
Oh, no way.
I'm like, I got like 10 niches.
Yeah.
I hardly ever talk to them. I got a bunch of nephews too, but whatever. So it was like, I'm not gonna have that. I don't have one of those. I'm not
Mhm.
a niche guy. I'm just
Nope.
not.
Nope. We're broad here.
You know what I mean? Like I just
Broad
couldn't do it.
spectrum.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Oh,
hear
look at
you.
Wojo says I don't need freaking notes, and we're gonna answer your question, Purple Blur, in a moment.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we have some
we definitely
conversation going
will.
on. Look at
Because
everybody
that
talk.
one's a
Do you see the side? You see the side how they talk to each other and say hi to each other and stuff?
I
I
like
love it.
that. It's beautiful.
So,
Yeah.
Sarah, anyways, if you would like to take me up on your offer, or no, like you to take me up on my offer. Yeah, that's what I said.
There we
Right?
go. There we go. Mhm.
Sarah, if you would like a cheeseburger, like what? I didn't even make any sense.
No, it was
No.
it was close though. It was really close. Yeah. Yep.
No, I'm just kidding.
Very
So anyways,
close.
gotta do something, right? So again, you can click the link on my fan page and you can be a guest right this very second. Or you can go get yourself prepped and ready to go and maybe blow dry your hair or whatever you want, and then come in.
Do a
You
little
can,
something,
yeah, don't be
something.
afraid, man. You know, my guests don't mind. They know what they're getting into when they come in here.
So I don't know. I can't see
what's the
my
question?
son's-
Adequately explain. I do believe that science cannot explain everything.
Agreed.
I believe there are things that I have experienced that I have on EVP that tells me to get out. Clearly, you can hear it breaking to the frequency and then break out of the frequency. To me, that is something that is not scientifically explainable. And if anybody tells me that it is, then I challenge you to scientific. Yeah, you're wrong, motherfucker. No, I challenge you. I challenge you to a duel, you bastard. No,
yeah.
I challenge you to show me how. You know what I mean? Look at this.
Agree.
And Claude answered his question.
Yeah.
Purple Blur, not yet. The issue is if I bring up anything paranormal to academics, they scoff at me. That's fine. That's fine, though. See, I had a ghost walk up to me when I was 7 or 8 years old and rub me on the head and say, "Hello, Richard. Everything's going to be okay." You cannot convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
It's what happened. She was as vivid as I just explained to you. I'm not making that shit up. I'm not making money off it. I'm not famous because of it. Exactly. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So scoff at science. Science is bullshit.
Yeah.
You should have learned that in 2020.
You're so funny.
Oh, wait, too soon? Anyway.
Back to the beatboxing.
Distraction.
That's so funny. So anyway,
sorry.
I think there are many things that cannot adequately be explained with science. Will everyone agree with that? Obviously not. If you feel like an academic doesn't take you seriously, maybe said academic hasn't ever had any kind of really profound experience that has absolutely changed their life. And until you do, it's fair to be skeptic. I think even if you're really into it, like if you're really, really into the paranormal and this is your thing, you still have to be skeptical. It's what keeps you going. It's what keeps the excitement and what makes you want to go back and get more. So that's fair. And I mean, I don't think scoffing at you is fair, but
no, that's not
being
nice.
skeptic or maybe, just not fully believing, that's fair. Maybe they won't ever have an experience that will change their mind, and maybe they will. And if they do, I hope they come back to you and apologize because that's some bullshit.
Yeah, spot on. All right. Hang on.
Mhm.
I got to apologize to everybody. I'm not very familiar with this gum. And
Oh,
I
she
may have
juicy.
I may have put too much in my mouth.
That's so
And now
funny.
it's like I'm walking through mud. Blah, 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 blah. right.
Ooh.
So-
Well, I've been over here eating popcorn, so.
Oh, you go, girl. Is that at your boutique? Do you have that?
Oh yeah, I got all the snacks.
Do you serve that to your guests?
No, this is for me only.
But you should have a popcorn machine. The smell attracts people.
That's so funny. No, I do. I have
You're welcome.
a candy bowl.
Oh, see, there you go. See, you getting it.
Mhm.
But popcorn smell attracts people.
But the popcorn is mine.
Is there a course or degree that is accredited about the paranormal? Huh. I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
I
wouldn't
think
be surprised. I think there is yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I think kind of maybe. It might not be specifically called that, but
Mm-hmm.
I think of a lot of like theology and I don't know. You know, I feel like there's gotta be something.
Did you hear a
Right.
voice? I heard it in my ear. Every time I have a paranormal show, my lights flicker, something goes. I just heard woo, woo, woo in my ear.
No, I didn't hear it. Well, so there's like live music happening
No,
at this little bar right beside the shop. So I can
really.
hear that kind of out of the corner. Like it's behind me a bit. I
Mm,
didn't hear any
that place is
voices yet.
badass. No, I did. I've heard it too
Mhm.
when I interviewing Drew. I heard it was like a vibration in my ear, and a couple of my guests
That's-
heard it too.
That's not shocking to me at all.
No, I know, I know. That dude's spooky as shit, and
Yeah.
he brings it on himself.
Yeah.
So look at our friend Sarah says, I have a spiritual gift since childhood. Bobby Lee, can you reach out to Sarah and see if she'll come on the show? I want Megan to interview her.
I'm thoroughly interested. I really am.
I mean, I'm already going
Because-
to tell you, we're probably going to run over a little bit tonight, people,
That's
because this
fine.
show is
I'm cool with
absolutely kick-ass. No, I love it. Look,
Yeah. It's so good.
you have stirred the pot.
It's my favorite thing to do. That's what I'm yeah, that's me all the time. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah, okay. That's the one we did. Let's see this one. This one I love. Look at 17. Yes, unfortunately, I believe parapsychology will, for some time going forward, be the most laughed at studies.
I hope not. I
but
think
it is.
there's enough of us that take it seriously enough
Yeah,
that we can keep that trucking.
I think they're talking scientific community.
Oh, like if we're talking like
Yeah.
like
Yeah, because we don't have a body of Bigfoot. There isn't one.
that
Right.
doesn't mean there is no Bigfoot.
So there's like 1 million sightings over time. Nobody,
Never found
everybody's
a
lying.
dead Bigfoot.
Everybody, of course they have. Government has. I
Yeah,
bet.
we just don't know about it.
I bet they do. This gum is killing my jaw.
There's a lot of things we don't know about.
Oh my God, yeah.
There are a lot of things we don't know about.
Yeah, I got 83 kids. I don't know shit.
Same.
Yeah, I
It's
forgot.
insane.
I forgot all about lessons in life.
Yeah. Just trying to make it to tomorrow, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have our own show.
Yeah, for real.
Popcorn with Megan and Rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Oh,
That's
look
so
at this.
funny.
Oh, look at the blue line is coming in.
See?
There are courses such as theology. That's what you just said. So
Yes,
why
sir.
not?
Yep.
Boom. Where's the
There's
mic?
just
I can't.
there's
My mic's too expensive to drive.
yeah, don't smash it. There just has to be people that care enough about it to
Yep.
make sure that it continues. You know?
Well, purple blood. This is like I just sit here and commentate. That's right. Purple blood comes up with an uppercut. The blue liner has stepped in and dropped the microphone. Back to you,
Absolute
Bob.
fact. Absolute fact.
I love it.
And we don't know all of what we don't know.
Correct.
And that's scary.
Right. And the beauty of it is we can always keep learning.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's something really cool about this field is I feel like You can be an expert or professional or
Mm-hmm.
a master of,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whatever it is you might be.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be something new.
Right.
Every experience you have is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It
it's
is.
ever evolving and ever
It is.
changing, and it's also
Yep.
one of those things
Oh.
that is never like it's not going to go away. This is
Yeah.
this, you know, people have paranormal experiences every single day. There are people that are really really invested and involved in this, you know. I
Okay.
don't see it going anywhere.
No, and I don't see it going anywhere either. And that's the beauty of it. It's so different
Hmm.
all the time. Like
Exactly.
you said, everything. Even when I go out Sasquatching, right? Like even today we went out
Hmm.
and it's always different. And it's always, to me, it's always like a damn treasure hunt, man. I get
Hmm.
so freaking fired up. Like I'm so
Yep.
fired up. I'm like, oh my God, that's a sign of something over there. Or,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, evidence here, a footprint. Or
Yep. It's like you
it
know
is.
what you're looking for.
Oh man, and you just get so excited. You know what I mean? And it is. It's
Yes.
always different. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Let's see. Exactly. Court says.
The
Just
facts.
just caught because
Just a fact.
she likes to share illegally. Let's not
You're so
forget
funny.
that. Let's see.
She's in the jail.
She is in the prison. Sigmund Freud believed in life after death, as I do. So did
Hmm.
Tesla, and
Yep.
had worked on ways to communicate with them, yet it is still frowned upon. Is this by design? Ooh. Now, this is conspiracy theory shit right there.
For sure.
All right.
Hmm.
No, I just don't think they give a shit. That's what I think. I truly do. I think they just don't give a shit. They see it as a form of religion. They don't like religion. And why did my message thing go off? Bobby Lee, did you do that?
What I notice a lot is that
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
kind of like I think it was Claude or maybe Purple Blur. Let me look who said it earlier. What like getting scoffed at.
Yeah.
So many people think it's comical and
Yeah.
that it's for like if you do this seriously, it's not for entertainment. I mean, yes, we do it because we love it and we enjoy it and it's fun, but
Mhm.
it's not like it's not like that, you know? Like the shit
Right.
is very serious.
Right. And very serious. And why can't that be science?
Exactly.
Why
And
can't
it
if I
is.
right? Why can't I if I have a voice on a recorder and you hear it
Mm-hmm.
breaking in and out of the frequency? Why is that
Yep.
not science?
Yep. Well,
What?
you know how when they come out with videos and shit, let me just think of an example, like a body cam video, you know, and
Uh-huh.
they can tell you for certain if it's been edited or not.
Mm,
What about all of this evidence that we have? All of this
right.
evidence that we have that you can tell it hasn't been edited or altered. We haven't changed it. We have like
Right.
we didn't make this shit up. Like,
Right.
you
Right.
know?
But look at the evidence back in the day.
Mhm.
They couldn't edit shit. And if they
Nope.
could, it was very easy to
Didn't
tell.
exist really before.
Right. So
Mhm.
now we're all of a sudden doing it? Shut up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me show you how much I get each week for editing my shit to be fake. It's
Yeah.
called zero. So no,
Yeah.
that's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah. A
Silly,
lot of
right?
us really, I mean, as far as like things to gain, it's not like that, you know?
No.
If you really care about this shit
Yeah.
and you're as deep and you're into it and you take it seriously,
Yep.
I mean, what somebody else thinks at the end of the day, like what does it really matter?
Right.
You know? Your
No, it doesn't.
experiences speak for themselves.
It doesn't. If
You
you're
know,
out there,
like
if
you don't need somebody to tell you that what
Mhm,
happened to you in that room with your
mhm,
grandma
mhm.
was real or not. You know,
I know.
so
I know. And how would I know what she was buried in?
yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
you could sit here and debunk, oh yeah, you saw pictures of your grandmother at 7 years old or 8 years old. You can say it all you want, which I
No.
did not. But
No.
I sure
Yeah.
as hell wouldn't have known what she was buried in when my father was 13.
No. Yeah.
That
You
ain't
can't. Please.
right. So
Please.
everybody that's out there as researchers, listen to this. This is what I tell everybody when they come on my show
Mm-hmm.
on the side. They've heard me say it before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit how you investigate. I don't give a shit what tools you use, where you go. You are a researcher searching for scientific answers. Science
Absolutely.
doesn't have really much even to do with anything. Science is a man-made product, by the way. Okay, because you can go out and look at and see things for yourself and know whether it's real or not, whether it's a dog or a turtle or ghost. Okay,
Absolutely.
so half their shit is bullshit.
That was a great description.
Right, like just
I like that one.
Stay in the lab and make shit up on your own. How's that? You know what I mean?
There you go.
So go up, but don't shit on anybody. You know,
it's just not
I go out in
necessary.
the woods and I do tree knocks and I do whoops and I believe in structures.
Yeah.
And there's people that don't do tree knocks, don't do whoops, and don't believe in structures. I'm not shitting on them because they don't believe.
And that's fine. Exactly. But if you do, you shouldn't get shit on because of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Sarah, thank you for that. Everybody can look it up and see.
Tesla got the short end of the stick with the paranormal.
Oh. Yeah. When I first started 5 years ago, I didn't know what an EVP was. Now I capture my own.
That's awesome.
True. That's how you're learning, right?
Exactly. I love that.
I think what academics don't like is the fluidity of this field, such as a team can investigate a location and have an experience and another can come along and have an entirely different one. Right. Well, that's the problem with science.
That's it, though. Right there, what you just explained.
Right.
I wish I could just because if you read it again. You know, they don't like it because of the fluidity.
Oh, got you, girl.
They don't like it because the experiences can be different every time.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about an experiment and being able to prove or disprove or is that not enough evidence right there for you?
Yeah. Right.
That things may not always be what they seem. There is fluidity to it. And that, I don't know.
It's easy to fake.
I'm not a scientist. So.
Well, you sure don't sound like one either. And you're welcome for that. Because I'm
telling you. Yeah, this shit is crazy.
So
that's such a good point.
But if it's repetitive, right? Think about it. If it's repetitive, it's easier to fake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. You think I'm going to fake everything? I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to fake 20 different things, even though it brings up the percentages of me being discovered.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's easy to fake one thing because of the fluidity, like she said, should prove the fact that it's real. Because it is different.
Exactly.
But no, if you have that scientific mind, you get locked into one. Look behind me. Hallway.
One. Just one.
Tunnel vision hallway.
Yeah. And that can be okay too, because a lot of things can be proven and they can be explained. And, science has been there's a lot that you have been able to discover with that, but this is just different. It's just different. And we know that because we've done it and we've experienced it. And like I said earlier, if you haven't had an experience and you really don't know, then you don't know.
Yeah. And I don't mean to get rowdy about science, but it's just they put you down almost. And that's what you're hearing, scoffed at, words like that, right?
Science is great, but science and the paranormal, they're science and they're paranormal. You can't.
Right. Same as Sasquatch.
Yeah, it's so hard to.
Yeah. Let's see. Claude says it's like knowing you're going swimming. Wouldn't it be good to learn about the water? Yeah. Kind of see it before you get there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what you're buying. Yeah. No, I got all that.
Yep.
I don't really want to test drive, but
try before you buy.
Yeah. Right. I think Tesla got the short end of the stick. Yep. With the 100%. He got the short end of the stick on a lot. Ask Edison.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of shit.
Yep.
He was a paid man. He was the one with the name, and he was the one that got the light bulb and the AC/DCs and all that crap got thrown out the window. So don't get me started on Tesla. Damn it. Don't do it.
Ooh, you hit a soft spot, Courtney.
Yeah, you see that angry face?
I love that.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. I love everybody communicating, help each other out. Thank you, Sarah. I'm gonna call her Sarah with an H. Is that good? Look at all these questions. I'm trying to keep up over here. Freud believed the first step up to the paranormal is through our sleep. I think he missed an hour. Through our sleep. 100%. When I'm in REM, I've had more experiences personally when I'm in REM. So when I'm just a real heavy kind of in the middle of it like that, I remember I just rolled over my belly sleep. So I rolled over my belly one night. I lived in this house in Carver. My
Yeah.
son Maddox had an invisible friend named Jackson.
Mm-hmm. It's my son's name.
Oh, cool.
That's so funny.
So he had an invisible friend named Jackson, and one night he screamed and yelled and all that stuff. We ran into the room. What's wrong?
Yeah.
He said Jackson hit me. We said, why would Jackson do that? He's your friend. He said, because the man told him to.
Oh no.
Like 3 years old, 4 years old, whatever it was, right? Oh yeah.
Oh,
And I'm
shit.
like, and I go, oh.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So I started
When my
tuning
baby
into
brother was born.
what the
Oh.
she just brought it up on stage. What'd she go? Oh, she's putting stuff in, so when they're a video, they automatically pop up. Yeah, I know. We got to go over your evidence, but you know what? I'm just enjoying myself right now.
I know.
So yeah, right. So I tuned into the man because I was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
So I started using my abilities to chime this up, messing with my child.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
You
The hell
you
are
want
you
some of
doing in
this?
here?
Oh, you know I got the sage, girl. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh
So-
yeah.
And a
You
bunch of other
ready?
stuff. Yeah, so,
Equipped.
yeah, right. So I remember one night I had these spiral stairs that went down to my basement room in this house I
Ooh,
rented.
spooky.
Oh, it was creepy, right? And I remember looking up and I saw the shadow figure, and he had a fedora, like you could see the outline of the fedora and everything. And he's just standing there. And I said, I don't mind if you stand there, but if you disrespect me, we're gonna have some problems.
We're gonna have an
I just-
issue.
goosebumps
Absolutely.
all these goosebumps are huge.
Mm-hmm.
It freaked me out. So I just let him know what was up. So I go to sleep. Yeah. Oh, down my legs too right now.
Uh-huh.
So I go to lay down. I roll over, and I feel two sets of hands go right back across the back of my calves. Now my son's sleeping next to me. He was an infant. So he goes like this. I felt him squeeze. So I went to go move, and I couldn't roll over. He was holding me down by my legs. And once I got loose, I lost it. I rolled up out of, don't you ever put your hands on me again. Because I'm not afraid. You're not going to feed off of my fear.
Yeah.
You,
Oh my
you
God.
will not do
Ooh.
that. I'll feed off of your fucking fear when I come at you, okay? And I pull out my book. I pull up my St. Michael Archangel. I pull out the sage. I started with the crystal water this and water that, crystals this and crystals. Oh, I'd shoot his ass out. Don't you ever put your hands on me, boy. So I was arguing with a ghost one night. It was pretty awesome.
That is super, super intense. That's scary. That's
feel
scary.
The fingers. I can still feel the fingers.
I hate that.
Woo!
I have never had an experience like that before.
Oh, I've had them. I've had them a lot. It's crazy. It's weird.
No, that's terrifying.
I've had witnesses with me that I've put their hand right into a ghost from, so they knew he was there. Gelatinous electricity. That's what it's like. You take a little battery and put it in the gelatin. Yep, I can outline the whole body. Yep, I've done it. I've done that twice to people.
That's insane.
Yep. Yeah, pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm very welcome. So yes, here's a point I want to bring up. So yes, science is always changing, just like in the medical field. So apparently Sarah's in the medical field, always need to keep learning, right?
That's very true.
And that's where, listen, if you want to call that science, all right, I would just call it the medical field, but you can call it science. And that's a good area where science should probably stick to. Anatomy. Autonomy or whatever word. You know what I mean?
I mean the things that we know for certain.
Stay out of the ghost.
Fact or without doubt or question.
And
because
don't pass
you can
judgment.
see it and you can touch it. And
right. Just stay out of our research area and everything will be okay. Right? So I do want to pull up some of your evidence. You want to do that?
Yeah, we can do that. That'd be cool. I'm here for it.
What's going on here? All right. Well, wait, I gotta get this word. Oh, wait, time out. Stop. Don't say nothing. I lost this. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I'm not
I lost sight of the
because you got some good stuff. You got some good stuff.
Well, you've investigated. How many places have you investigated with like that team? Say 100? 2? 3,000?
No,
4,365. How many jelly beans are in the jar?
That's so funny. I would say it would take me a minute because I would have to write it down on paper, but probably at least 10 to 15 locations.
10 to
mostly
15.
Yeah, mostly East Coast, but from North Carolina all the way on up to Rhode Island.
Ooh.
And west. I've been Tennessee, West Virginia, all that. So East Coast
crazy.
has kind of been my jam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, and it's too bad you missed the Boston area because as much as Massachusetts sucks, it has great history in the paranormal world because this is where this is where a lot of it started. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's
it's
a spot
very
I would
old,
love to try to hit eventually.
very old. So this place in like Europe, England, and all that would be the best. Obviously, they
I
were here.
know. You
That's
want to know
where.
what's on my bucket list is the catacombs
Oh,
in Paris.
why is that?
Do you know
Why is
anything?
that?
Do you know
Yeah,
anything?
no,
about the
I know
catacombs?
of them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know specifics, but why is that your? There's 1 billion places you could go. Explain. It's a legitimate question.
I don't know why. First,
Past life.
I have some weird fascination with the catacombs and Chernobyl, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why. It's just something that I've always like any shows or documentaries or movies or anything. I'm like, I'm insane. I have to watch it. I have to learn
Yeah.
everything. I need to know all of the things.
I-
I don't know what it is about either of those locations specifically, but yeah, like incredible fascination, mild obsession with both. So,
Yeah, I get the mild obsession. I get like that too.
mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
like my guest Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Alex Petikoff, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I first had my experiences, shit getting thrown at me, getting growled at, tree snapping in my backyard with one pole.
Mm.
Banging on a tree. I got a video on my YouTube of him just slamming the out of a tree. I got pictures of that tree, and I was freaked out, man, because I was like, "What do I do here?" So I watched some of the production shows because I wanted to research. I had to know
And like see if you
everything.
could find a little bit more about it.
Correct. So I like the shows like they'll have like documentary type stuff. It's boots on the ground, raw, real
That's my
footage.
favorite.
That's my thing, right? So this
That is
guy,
my
I
favorite.
found this dude on YouTube, and from the beginning, since I was going through my stuff, maybe a little after the beginning, I don't know exact dates, but he was the one I would turn to because he would have a camera on, and basically you were just extra set of eyes for him.
Yeah.
That's how cool it was. It was edited and recorded and all that stuff. I want to do something a little bit different. I want to have a production with 5 live GoPros that you can click on at any time and look through that researcher's eyes.
Yeah.
And hang with them. Right?
That's a move. That's a move.
Well, that's right, Jim. We got some action over on Wojo's GoPro. Why don't you click camera number 5, folks, and see what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Open it up. See what's happening.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
No
I
edit,
like that.
no edit, no recording, no bullshit. Right?
Just straight up.
Yeah, you can't call me out for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Live and happening. Yeah,
yep.
damn right, man. Let's just do it all. So what's going on in this picture, Miss Megan?
All right. So which one do we want to talk about first?
Left.
So this photo on the left here of the pendulum.
For my son.
This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen with like
excuse me, sorry.
With my eyeballs. I was running an event. I had 13 guests. They were all poking around outside. We were doing we were playing with pendulums and dowsing rods, and we were just kind of doing our thing on the property outside of the Conjuring house. And this woman was holding this pendulum up, and she was almost all the way at the rock line. She was standing by the trees. I watched her do it. I watched her hold the chain, hold her hand, and seconds. I mean, like literal. Just a couple seconds of her standing there like that. She just jumped and started screaming.
Okay.
She ran towards me, running towards me, and I see immediately that she's having a moment. She gets up to me and she's like trying to explain to me what happened. She says, "It got snatched from me. Somebody yanked it." She was standing by herself. I watched it happen, Her reaction was so genuine that's what scared me, was the way she reacted to what happened, because I had a hard time calming her down. Like she really did not handle this well. But what happened was the crystal that is attached to the chain of the pendulum. I mean, you can kind of tell in this photo, the clasp is completely bent open.
I see it bent and broken, yeah.
It was completely bent.
Yeah.
ripped apart.
And mine has a top crystal up top. Is that the same type of setup?
Like a
Like a
little
little,
ball at the
yeah, like
top.
a little bead. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So this one has a tiny bead on the top, and these were my personal one. That one was mine personally.
Oh.
Had a little bead at the top, and then the crystal at the bottom, the longer.
Yeah.
And they're heavy too. Like they're weighted. They're pretty heavy.
Right.
And when she came up to me and she's explaining to me, she only had the chain in her hand. Like she only had the chain.
Oh man.
So,
Oh
you know, all
shit.
the other guests notice that something's happening, so everybody kind of gathers around and we're talking to her. And now we tried to find it. We kind of all split up. We went in different directions. It didn't take very long, but that crystal that was attached to that chain was about 10, 15 feet away from where she was standing.
Oh damn.
And it has a huge chip missing out of the bottom of it.
Oh my
It's got
gosh.
it's
Yeah,
all
it's flat on the
scratched up.
bottom, right?
It's all scratched up. Yep, covered
Supposed to
in
be pointed.
dirt and grass. And I mean, I picked it up and pretty much immediately took a photo of it. I had a
Yeah.
huge group standing around me.
Wow.
So that was kind of scary. It was like within the first hour and a half.
Oh, that
The
is a cross between
investigation.
poltergeist and an attack.
It was pretty intense. It was a
That-
very, very intense weekend. That is
Yeah.
only a little itty bitty snippet
Is that you taking that picture?
of I took that
So
photo.
those are your Crocs?
Yeah, you ain't rocking if you ain't crocking. Come on now.
What's the little button on there? Which one did you have? What are they called again?
So on the black Crocs, there's like there's a black cat, there's a cauldron, and like a witch hat.
When I see people wearing Crocs, I go, no offense.
Uh-huh.
I always go, how old are we?
Yeah,
Like they're
what is wrong
they're
with
like wearing
you?
toys on your feet.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I feel the same way. I do. Because I see other people and I'm like, God, they're terrible. And then I'm like, man, but I want to put mine on real bad.
No, I love them. I think it's great. So I think that's a crazy ass story. Did anybody get hurt? Anybody get scratched? Or was there any kind of negativity like that? Not the whole investigation, but kind of set it around this incident.
This incident specifically, no. I think later that night or maybe the following night, we did have somebody that had a little scratch on their leg, but it was other experiences with other devices and other equipment we were using.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like my experience overall, it took me and I don't want to say this was like Conjuring House specific because this could happen to anybody anywhere.
Right.
It took me weeks to recover from that weekend that I spent
Oh,
there.
I bet. Yeah, no, I've been on those ones where the energy just kills you.
Oh my God. I mean, I could go on and on about that trip. Like, I missed my flight home. My rental car keys vanished.
Oh, Jesus.
Like it was a series of like all of my equipment shit the bed after my first night, and I had to go to Target and spend $300.
Oh, jeez. Well, you were doing the Conjuring House, right?
Yes, my phone chargers, wireless speakers, headphones.
Ask any investigator. They know you're coming.
Nothing worked. The second
they
night
know
when I
you're
got there
coming.
to set up, nothing worked. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever heard that before?
Oh yeah.
They know you're coming.
Yeah.
That especially the Conjuring House. They know you're coming.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And they tried stopping you from coming.
And they tried stopping me from leaving too. The morning that when I finished in the morning, I called my husband hysterical crying.
Yeah.
I was I don't want to go. I was pulling out of the driveway and I got on the road and I was just like bawling, losing my mind, losing it.
Oh
So emotional and distraught. It was like, it reminded me of when I left my parents' house to move to go to college. And it was like leaving everyone behind and like my family and everything that I knew and loved and just never gonna see it again. It was very, very odd. And that was pretty intense.
Yeah.
And then the next morning I got a little tattoo to commemorate the adventure. Went and got breakfast. And while I was at McDonald's, my rental car keys vanished. And I spent an hour and a half there looking for them. Ended up, they were in the parking lot where we had looked 10,000 times and I missed my whole flight home. So
that's nuts.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
It is something that I've heard, especially with that location, that you have the chaos. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it
Yeah.
is so you need to get with. Listen, I want you to look into Get Haunted Network.
I am absolutely going to do that.
No, I want because Rob
I
is one
do
of the
follow on my Toast and Ghost page. I do follow, but
yeah, but Rob is one of the co-owners of that, and he
yeah.
has a story about like 11 nights in the Conjuring House, something crazy.
Oh no! See, all 3 of my nights were 11 hours, so I was there
Yeah,
for like
for
34-ish hour, 33, 34
that's
hours.
just nuts. So
Ugh,
I think,
man.
listen, I think you would be a great add to that team, first of all,
Yeah.
because your personality fits us.
I love that.
All you got to do is look in the private messenger group, and you'll know that we're all just kooks.
That's so
But,
funny.
but no, I think, and I don't know if Courtney Peterson's still here or Andrew's still here. I think you'd be a great fit, and I think
That's
you would
beautiful.
benefit greatly for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I definitely will reach out. I'd love to hear about his experiences at
Oh
that
man, he was doing the same thing,
location.
like an event thing, like you did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Um, it was crazy. It was
Yeah.
crazy. There's shit that I don't remember from when I came home. Um, like the week after I came home, I was supposed to have a book club meeting with some of my friends, and I don't remember any of it. I don't remember going. I don't remember what we talked about. I don't remember going home. And like
Yeah, I've heard a
everybody
lot
else,
of that.
yeah, it was just it would be really neat to be able to talk to
Oh
somebody
my
that
god.
maybe had like
Well,
very
I
similar
had them on one of
experience.
my episodes, and he talked about this
Really,
and
I
how.
totally missed that.
Oh my god, and how it led them to certain places and the messages.
Hmm.
It's just crazy, man. The whole place is crazy. I'm still trying to figure. Bobby Lee, was that you on my banter page saying hello to Megan? Like I'm right here. How did I say hi to you?
It's so funny. Hey, Megan. Hey,
Yeah, like yeah, like what a weirdo. Like I'm
Yeah,
sitting
it's
there interviewing
awesome.
you, writing, "Hi, Megan." Like what?
I love
Is
that.
that you,
Oh my
Bobby Lee?
god.
Just say hi, Megan. It's Bobby Lee. It's less weird. Thank you. If that's you,
That
I
is
don't know how
so
that got
funny.
there.
Right?
Sarah says very interested. Thank you so much for sharing. Purple
Oh
Blur's
yeah.
back with, did you feel at all that something dark or negative was attached to you? Which is a great question and kind of where I was going with my thoughts too. Something dragging you down. And hello, Kaylee. Thanks for stopping by.
I I I really want to say no
But you know.
because I just want to say no. And the Conjuring House specifically too, it's like of course you would have like a dark, negative, horrible experience at the Conjuring House,
But you did.
but I did.
Right.
Yeah, I
But you
did. And
did. Right.
I've talked to a lot of people that have gone there and have pretty much experienced nothing. That have had really peaceful and rather calm nights and
Mm,
um yeah, I think something was a little weird. Something wasn't quite right after I came
hmm
home. Um
How many days did it take you to feel normal again? Because that's the question.
3 solid weeks.
I was going
3
to say
weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. The first 2 weeks that I was home, I don't
Mm,
remember anything. I
yeah.
don't remember shit. Nothing.
So it sounds to me like you had an attachment.
Nothing. And then a very close friend of mine who is a medium and she's incredibly gifted. Um, Another mutual friend of ours, her and I worked in an event together after the Conjuring House. And my friend reached out to our medium friend and pretty much was like, something's like she was not herself. Like something's not right. She was off her game. Like things just
Talking
weren't
about
how they
you.
yeah, talking about me, that things just weren't how they normally are.
Yep.
Um so then her and I ended up having a conversation and we talked about some different like forms of cleansing and
Mm.
I felt insane while I was doing it. But the advice she gave me was to take a shower and pretty much like scrub your body with like kosher salt and recite the Lord's Prayer a couple times and
Cleanse.
and I did.
And what
And
happened?
like I said, what like I've cleansed before, but not like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
that like real like it was different.
Mm-hmm.
And when it took I don't know, less than 5 minutes, I got out of the shower and I was like,
You were back. Yep.
I was like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Where,
Like, why?
where's
Like,
my wine bottle?
it was like it wasn't even like physical as far as like my body or like, my demeanor or it was just my brain felt
Mm.
so clear.
Mhm.
Like, like it was like this weird fog had just kind of like,
Everybody explains it like that, brain fog.
it was really, really weird.
I
It
always
was
hear
really
the
weird.
phrase brain fog. Yeah, not
Yeah.
brain frog,
Yeah.
brain fog. I've always heard that.
And the memory thing freaks me out a little bit too, because like I went out and did shit with my friends and I don't remember doing it. Like
Yeah.
they
So
told they told me about it, so I like bits and pieces kind of came to me, but the actual memory of it happening, I ain't got it.
So why don't you want to believe though that you had an attachment? Are you just in denial? See, this is what I think about you.
A,
Can I
l-
add?
a
Can I
little
add
bit.
something? Can I
Yeah,
add something about you?
absolutely. Absolutely.
I think you're a 100% sensitive. I feel
Me?
yep, 100%. I feel that 100% and complete, and I feel that you're completely closed off. And and the medium should have told you this. And it's as simple as you opening a door, and
Yeah.
you're just afraid to open that door. You don't want to. You don't want to go there. It's too complicated. You're not afraid necessarily, but it's
Yeah.
100% too complicated for you to get into right now. And you have a family to worry about, and all this other things go through your head. And you just got to let yourself go. These things are not happening to you because you have no light. These things
Yeah.
are happening to you because you're a beacon of light. Do you understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying to you? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I've
All right,
thought
good.
it,
$55, please.
but I don't like to. You're so funny. I got you. What's your Venmo? That's so funny. Yeah, I've thought it to myself before, but I've never gone digging, I've never gone asking. I haven't had any kind of like readings. I did have a medium tell me once that she felt I was an empath, and I was like 16 or 17 at the
Definitely
time,
not.
so it was a very
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah.
And at the time I didn't really know what that meant.
Yeah.
I was kind of just like, all right, cool, like I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
so that's interesting, kind of that you bring that up, because I do feel to a point almost like a little bit of a blockage. Like I do only let things go,
Mm-hmm.
but so far, and again, like you said, not so much scared of it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like a whole nother full-time job.
Here we go. We're getting to the truth, people. This is what we do here at
Mhm.
Banter with Richie B. So no,
Oh,
I
shit.
truly, especially with not having an experience, and yet you're drawn to this area. You're drawn to this area because you belong in this area.
Yeah, I've
And
always
when
felt that way.
and you're deep into it though, girl.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
am.
I know
It's
you got your
pretty
little
deep.
boutique and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful boutique, all right?
Thank you, thank you,
We're gonna
thank
show
you.
everybody around before we leave. But
Yeah, for sure. Give you the tour.
so you have all that, but you're
Yeah,
drawn to this area like a second life,
yeah, yeah.
right?
It feels that way
It
a
is
lot of
that
the
way.
time. It
It is
does.
that way. It is
Yeah,
that way.
yeah,
So I think, I mean, I don't want to tell anybody what to do, but I think if you're gifted, then it's what it is. It's a gift.
yeah. See, I think I kind of even said that before. If you have it, you have it, and you can kind of
Mm,
work off of that and learn
yeah.
off of it and grow. And if you don't, some people just don't. But
Yeah.
a question for you.
Uh-oh, here we go. We're back to the Toast and
Flip,
Ghost
flipping the
podcast.
tables on
What's
you.
up, Scotty Baker Sr.? How you doing, bro? What you got for me, girl? I'm not scared. Bring it, Megan.
So, if you weren't already as deep into this as you are, and like you're a sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
you've had some really intense, profound experiences.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody that maybe hasn't, what would be like a recommendation? How would you jump into something like that? Because I already have jumped in. I'm in it.
Yeah. Right. So
So it's like,
how do you open up physically, basically?
yeah. How do
How,
I
all
stay
right. So
afloat?
all right, this is what I would do.
Yeah.
If I were you, because everybody's different, and
Yeah.
the vibe I get from here is different than the vibe of medium that's going to get in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I would talk to them about grounding yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then how to open yourself. So grounded is physically grounding. So the best example I can give sometimes when I open or close, I'm laying on my bed and I have one foot on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit on the bed too, but
Yeah.
I do things a little differently around
But just
here.
like planted.
But planted, grounded. And then I'll meditate.
Mhm.
I can do 10 minutes of meditation. I can get, open that door. You can see your
Yeah.
center. You can visualize your light. You can visualize your energy.
Uh-huh.
And then I usually say a soft prayer and connect to my spiritual side. I'm not a religious person. Once again, I'm a
Yeah.
spiritual
Me see,
person.
I'm not either.
I
So
believe in spirituality way more than I believe in
yes,
religion. Religion is man-made.
absolutely. Yep.
Religion is man-made. Spirituality is God-made. So it's a big
There you
difference.
go.
So
Hmm.
I think you put your mindset there, you will open yourself up to things and you will understand exactly what's around you at all times.
How do you shut your brain off for long enough to meditate? Because I've been trying to do this for a
It's
very,
hard. Yeah.
very, very long time.
Yeah.
And it's
I
probably
got,
one of the biggest struggles that I have with this. Like the
yeah.
grounding and I've dabbled here and there.
Mhm.
I desperately needed one time some
Mhm.
help recovering from an experience at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. So I went and I
Mhm.
stood with my toesies in the grass for a while and I learned about grounding at Brushy Mountain, but um like just the meditation and just shutting
But
it all off.
do you see the energy drainage you're getting when you go to these places? Do you
Y-
see it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
And
now you're talking about another location that not everybody gets drained from locations. There's a reason for
oh,
that.
brushy, like
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you.
me. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you.
It's mostly everywhere that I
Correct.
go.
I already know that. Yes, correct. So therefore,
Yeah.
you got to
Mm-hmm.
look into that a little more, and you got to learn to
Mm-hmm.
control that and protect yourself.
Yeah,
And you're still investigating, correct?
I am. I
Yeah.
most certainly am. Yeah, it's been a
Oh
little
yeah.
while now.
Hmm.
The last time that I actually did any like investigating
Hmm.
was here in the building that
So
we're in.
I would think about crystals and water in a little spray
Mhm,
bottle, right?
mhm,
For one,
mhm.
and here's something kind of neat. A lot of people don't talk about, and it's funny. I watch it even on when they talk like different podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
So the salt that you mentioned, kosher, right?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
Nice and
Yep.
cleansed, right? Get yourself a
Sure.
little,
Sure was
cat.
exfoliated. I was
Well,
like,
that's
damn,
for
is
damn
this
shit.
supposed to hurt?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it hurts. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
So
like, hopefully that means it's working.
yeah. The bruising will go away in a few days.
Yeah, don't worry about the blood. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You're good. Get a little capsule full. Hey, get a little capsule full of that and put it
Yep.
around your neck. Put it around your
Yep.
neck. Okay.
Okay. All
When you
right.
go do it, and see if that helps a little bit. It might
Yeah.
lighten the mood a little bit. Um, and you're not surrounded in it, but it sends a message. Let's put it that way. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I
cou-
like that.
yeah, a couple of side here. My partner Ed told me he wants to investigate the Conjuring House someday. I'm hoping to investigate the location someday with him. Make sure you are prepared for that. If you're an empath as well, make sure you prepare soundly for that.
Yeah,
That's all I got to say.
I wish I could give some advice as far as like what to do beforehand but I don't know if I'm the
Well, like,
best person to
and
take
Claude
advice
just
from about
asked you this
that
question as
location
well.
specifically.
Yeah, see, Claude asked you this question as well. So
Hmm.
do you do a I call it a circle of light or a prayer circle before you go in to investigate?
Um
Tell the
yeah,
truth.
we used to
No, you have
um
to.
so here's the problem.
Okay.
Most of the events that I worked when I was um like running events for the company that I worked
Yeah.
for, it
Right.
would be a couple of us. So there'd be like 3 or 4 of us or whatever.
Yep.
We'd get together beforehand and we would have moments like that. Yes, before
Hmm.
and after. Pretty much every single time.
Hmm.
But the Conjuring House specifically, I was by myself. I was the only investigator. And
But you got
that was
guests.
yeah, I had 13 guests every night.
Make a circle.
I should
Connect
have.
hands.
Well,
Connect hands.
we kind of did, but not like it should. It wasn't what it should have been,
Right.
you
And
know?
you do it on the way in and you
Mhm.
do it on the way
On the
out.
way out.
And then you let them know they can't come with you. And I've had this experience before and it's been
Mhm.
I I can see it profoundly work.
Yeah.
And so that's one way of doing it. And it's just another method. I'm not going to say nothing scientifically proven, but you know what I mean? So
Yeah. See, I
yeah,
always knew
Sarah,
about the taking a moment afterwards, but I
yeah.
didn't know that you were like kind of supposed to do that in the beginning too.
Empower yourself when you go in there load your guns. You know,
Mhm.
get your
Mhm.
toolbox ready and throw the tools in it. And one of your tools is when you're going in there, you
Yeah.
have a circle of light. You connect hands through the humans, and you talk. You
Mhm.
know, this is how this is going to go. Please protect us. Surround us with your light. Saint Michael the Archangel. Please,
Yes.
nothing. You know, anything of this earth cannot harm us,
Yeah.
touch us.
You
You know, all that stuff. So,
please
and you
don't
can,
follow me home.
yeah, and you can make up your own words.
Yeah.
You could just be a stern, firm, strong human being,
Yeah,
and
like
just
if it's
say,
meaningful to you, then it counts and it works.
but you're talking to somebody in a sense.
Mhm.
You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And even if it's
Yeah.
not from this earth, they'll get the picture. I'll
Mhm.
tell you that right now.
You're absolutely right. They most certainly will.
Oh yes, they will, girl.
Oh, yes, they
Yep,
will.
and there you go. Sarah is an empath. I studied about it and found out I'm a super empath.
What
Very
is
cool, sir.
that?
That's a little elevated.
I've never heard
Empath.
of this before.
Well, I believe the difference. Some empaths can feel things not necessarily when like when you walk in a room or you walk somewhere, you feel all that stuff. But that
Mhm.
type can pick up on things not seen, so to speak. I guess you know what I mean.
Mhm.
That's one of the ways that they techniques are. Let's see. Yes,
Interesting.
definitely pray to Saint Michael the Archangel. You know that's the truth, girl.
Mhm.
Flex.
I have heard that many a times.
Yep, absolutely. Here's a
Yeah, I know a
technique
couple
from
people
Claude.
that were in a bad place, and that was who
Yep,
they prayed to. And
shit got fixed.
yep,
Because
yes, that is absolutely right. Yep.
you know what I'm saying? A technique for slowing down your thoughts for meditation is slow your breathing down gradually until you're about 25 seconds in, 20 seconds out. And also counting will help. Get that
Hmm.
quiet room, though. You got to get that quiet space. One thing I used to do that helped me was Indian style, as they used to say, right? Or
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know if we're supposed to say Native American style now, but
yeah.
whatever.
Crisscross
Yeah,
applesauce.
yeah, crisscross applesauce.
There you go. Yep.
And I used to go up against my headboard with my back, and
Okay, so like sitting on your bed.
like sitting on your bed, push up
Yeah.
against the wall. And then what I would do was when I closed my eyes, I would think of the feeling that I was having on my back.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds really stupid and weird.
No, I mean, yep, senses. You're focusing on one of your senses. Yeah.
Right. And what helped me
Uh-huh.
later on is I did martial arts. And
Yep.
martial arts was basically, we were taught
Discipline
that,
with that.
oh, I can look at a sign and you can
Mm-hmm.
punch me in the face and I don't feel it because I'm looking at the sign. You know what I'm saying? And that's
That's
the truth of the
wild.
matter.
That's
That's the truth of the
wild.
matter. So
Yeah.
it's definitely cool stuff. So let's see. Some videos that I watched a few months ago, the girl said I could be a clairvoyant. I could see black mist,
Really?
black shadows. Yeah, well, no, that's it. When you're right there, like I'm right there. If I wanted to get into clairvoyancy, I could go further. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Yeah.
I freak myself out. And now I have kids, so I don't even investigate
You
because I
can't.
don't. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
I get nervous about that, right?
Yeah. See that peripheral vision thing? I don't like that because
Mm,
yeah. Yeah.
yes.
I'm always like,
Yeah. Well, see, you know,
you know,
but
but
there's
I
a
don't.
reason.
But in my brain, I like. I don't. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know
You
if
have a
that.
skeptic's brain with a psychic's heart.
Maybe.
Hmm.
And I've also, I think, just being around so many other people that I've seen do like incredible things, like things that would never even imagine being possible.
Mm.
It's like the little bit of whatever it is that I have, I feel like pales in comparison to some of the, like, I mean, you know what I mean.
Mm.
Like I've seen some really, really incredible things.
Right.
Like people just knowing, and
Yeah.
it
And
just,
when that stuff happens around you, are you on the
yeah.
same page?
I mean, sometimes, but not always.
No, not always, because
Yeah.
sometimes I see things that I know people that are with me can see things and they don't.
Yeah.
It's just the way
Yeah.
it is. I'll hear a
Mhm.
voice. I'll be like, "Do you hear that?" And they're like, "Nope."
No, yeah,
And then
nothing.
you play it back, and there's a voice. And you're like, "How did I
Mhm.
not hear that?"
Mhm.
You weren't selected to, sir. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Wasn't meant for you, so.
no, exactly. So
Yeah.
let's see. Ready? Let's go now. What's on the right here with the jail thing? I want to go through your evidence, and I want you to get home to your children too. So I want to keep you too long.
No, you're totally good. We can definitely go through that photo. Let me just flip a light on because it was getting a little dark in here.
Yeah,
So
yeah. What's the jail one?
This photo on the right, I do
Yeah.
believe this might be the one. Let me just back out of the chat real quick so I could see if I zoom a little. So this is the one. There were 3 consecutive photos. 2 of them, there's nothing in the background behind the cell. Now this photo is, these photos were, the photo on the right was taken at West Virginia Penitentiary. And this was
Ooh,
20,
I love it.
2020, 2021.
Yeah.
We were on a day tour. So it was a
Oh,
guided tour in the middle
right.
of the day
Right.
and taking photos. Me and my mom and another couple, a man and a
Mm-hmm.
woman, were at like the tail end of our group, which was
Mm-hmm.
rather large. It was about 30 people.
Wait, your mom worked with you?
Hmm?
Your mom worked with you?
She didn't work with me, but we did investigate together. We went to a lot of events together.
Kick ass. See, I did it with my sisters and nieces and brother-in-law.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, a little thing you didn't share, but that's fine. I got it.
Yep. I know that was kind of how I started getting into the events. I started going as a guest for years and years and years with my mom, and then
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So this
Interesting.
experience was I guess, oh, my foot was stuck. Not technically with the company that I worked for, but we were going to an event that night.
Right.
So we were going back to West Virginia Penitentiary for the evening for the overnight tour, but this was during the day.
Right.
So me and my mom and this other couple were walking, going around this, these hallways, this really cool floor. I remember thinking to myself how neat the floor was.
Mm-hmm.
We came through a doorway. I turned to my left. I snapped 1, 2, 3 pictures. Turned to the right. I remember taking 2 or 3 more photos.
Oh yeah.
And then I remember turning to the couple who were also taking photos. And now looking in my camera roll on my phone, there are a lot of them. There are
Right.
quite a few. One of them is really blurry and it's like just the floor and it looks like maybe it was an accidental photo. I'm not really sure, but
Mm-hmm.
the 4 of us we were kind of almost stuck in this room right here taking photos and with this weird floor. And I watched our group going. They were pretty far away from us at the time, all the way down the end
Yeah.
of this hallway, and they cut a corner. So I said to my mom and this couple, I was like, "Come on, guys, we gotta hurry up because they just pretty much left us."
Yeah.
So the 4 of us were going, and we catch up, and we get to this corner that I know for a fact that I watched them cut this corner,
Yeah.
and it's a stairwell that leads upstairs, and there's caution tape, and it's blocked off, and it's like not accessible. So I like turn around and I'm looking at them like it's dead silent. You
Yeah.
cannot hear a single thing. Like nowhere anywhere near us is there a group of like 30 people, you know?
Right.
So now we're all kind of looking at each other like we're really not sure where to go or what to do because they were
What?
right there. Now they're not. And now we're alone. So now, mind you, this was like 30 seconds of time.
that's
It was
that's
it was very
nuts.
quick.
But that's
Very
nuts.
quick. Where I got their attention. We went, nobody, we're all looking at each other and we're like, what the hell? Like that's weird. Then we're like, it's really quiet.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
God.
rapid. We turn around. The tour had pretty much just started, so we weren't very
Right.
far from where we had come into the prison. So we just kind of
Yeah.
backtracked a little bit. We were like, let's just go back. We'll kind of hang around. We'll wait. It is what it is. We didn't want
Yeah.
to get lost. This was also kind of like mid COVID, so we didn't want to go somewhere like shit was weird already.
Right. Right. Right.
So we just went back. And as we're going back to the main entrance where we came in, we come through these doors and there's another massive hallway that just goes down forever and ever and ever. And at the very
Mm-hmm.
end of this hallway, as we come through these doors,
Mm.
our tour guide and a security guard. And they're all the way down here and this guy throws his hands up and he's like, "Where have you been?" And
Oh
we're
my God.
like,
We fall down.
where did you go? Where'd you go? We looked for you and we couldn't find you. Like, we just came right back here. Now, for us, again, remember, this is probably at this point, maybe 3, 4 minutes, maybe. And
Wow.
he's like, "We've been looking for you guys. I went back. I sent him back.
Like
We couldn't
time
find,
loss?
He said, we
Mhm.
couldn't find y'all anywhere. He said, you've been gone for almost 15 minutes. So me and my mom and this, like, the four of us are just like, no,
That's
like,
freaking.
no.
Yeah.
we were
We
right
just went around the
there.
corner and back. Yeah.
We were right there. And the tour guide, he was like, he kind of chuckled a little bit. He was like, yeah. He was like, all right, this happens sometimes. Come on, guys.
This happens sometimes. Susie and Tommy, they're jokesters. They brought you for a walk and
So he walks us all the way, like, very far back to where the group is at this point, on the back end of the prison.
that's crazy.
And when we get out there, I look through my phone again. And sure enough, those 3 photos in the photo with the jail cell, I'm not sure if you saw it, but there's a shadow man back there. I didn't see it at the time.
Wait.
I saw it 3 or 4 days
Oh,
later.
wait, I did see something. Hang on, I was going to ask you about
Yes.
it. Hang on,
Yep.
because I get to zoom in on it. I don't know if everybody else does. Hang on,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
everybody. So you're talking to the door to the left.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I can see it like
Yes.
a head. It's kind of small. I can enlarge it, but I don't
Mhm.
think the audience can.
Yeah, I can
And
zoom
what
on
I
my
do
side too,
on
but
these things, you take a
it's
screenshot of on your phone, and
yeah.
then you can enlarge it that way and see it. And that's what I try to
Yes.
tell people to do, because I don't
Yes.
think they can enlarge their screens. I don't know, but
It
you can see the head and everything right here.
Yep, and there were 3 photos, which, we say when you're
That's
investigating the
nuts,
paranormal,
dude.
always take more than 1 picture, because if you capture something, you can go back and
Yes.
you can compare, and you
Yep.
will have definitive. Well,
Yep.
that's my definitive, because
Yeah.
and it took
That's
me
nuts.
days. I didn't see that photo
Yeah.
for
Yeah. Yeah.
days afterwards, and that's the exact same spot where I
Yep.
took those pictures, and then the next photos that I took, it was like 16 or 17 minutes later when we were back with our
Wow.
group. So
Yeah. I agree with Claude a little bit here. It looked like there was more than one in there. Honestly.
I think there's 2.
Yeah, at
I'm
least
pretty
2
sure
that I
there's
saw,
2.
and you can go by the shoulders kind of and tell.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did
Yep.
anyway. I don't know anybody else
Oh
did. But
yeah. Yeah.
when I review my evidence, when I did
Mhm.
paranormal stuff, I did enlarge it and then go around the whole frame. And,
Me too. Yes,
the
I have
whole
gotten
thing.
lost
Yeah,
in.
even on the laptops when the phones weren't
Uh-huh.
when flip phones didn't do any good because I'm
Yeah.
old.
When you had to.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I'm over here going, "Hi, Ma, are you there?"
Uh-huh.
Claude had a question. Megan, can you walk in a room and feel that someone was arguing before you arrived? They aren't now because you are there, but you can feel it.
I mean,
So
maybe not like that specific, but yeah, like if something, if like a vibe is off, or energy is,
mhm,
I've always said, like, it's just a feel, like, it's just a vibe.
yep,
I get vibes. I'm just vibey. Like, that's
yep,
how I've always, like, described it.
yeah,
So, I mean, I don't know if I would be able to tell you specifically that there
mhm,
was someone arguing here before I got here, but I probably would be able to be like, feels weird in here.
right.
Like, kind of
So that
gross. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's
You
there's
know?
definitely something there that you need to tap into if you
Yeah,
want to. You don't have to, but I'm just saying, what I mean, I can
I
feel it, I
know. Oh
can
my
see
God.
it, you know what I mean? And the way you
Yeah.
talk about it is no, definitely not, but you kind of know back here.
Absolutely.
Is that a good way to say it? It's back,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay.
in there. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you should
I
talk to
do
your
think
medium.
about it a
Yeah, you
lot.
should talk to your
Yeah.
medium friend. You should try the meditation, the counting
Yeah.
techniques that Claude brought up. Do
Hmm.
all that stuff. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. What the hell happened to all my shit? Oh, there's my comment.
Right.
I just lost my whole. I'm like, where did my whole screen go?
It went into sleep mode on you.
Oh, that's typical of my life.
Dad, when
So
my
what's this
baby
here?
brother
What's
was
going on here?
born. He was born when I was
What
11. The cat ball just moving.
what is this?
It's
Like,
exactly
it was
where I'm sitting
legitimately
right
just
now.
rolling. Was born.
Oh,
He was born when I was 11. The cat ball just moving.
You see the little red button on the cat ball
Like, it was
completely moving
legitimately just.
direction.
oh yeah.
If you play it back, you can
Oh,
Oh, it's
see
fine.
that I had 3 cat balls
I've
sitting on
never
the
actually
shelf
seen a cat ball
behind
like
me back
roll
here.
before. I've
all
seen
right.
them.
Was
So you have 3 cat balls in the background, and what do they mean cat balls? So the cats play with them and they light up.
They're literal cat toys.
Okay, and that's what you sell at your boutique, and nothing to do
No,
with
we you're
you
so
use
funny.
it for investigating. I don't know. I'm
Yes.
asking. Yeah.
Yeah, so this little clip here, it was the very first interview that I did for Toast and Ghost with
It'll light
a good
up.
friend of mine, Brianna.
Okay.
She's with the Paranormal Possums, which is this really cool group that
Cool.
they've got going on, just a bunch of
Yeah.
friends that go and investigate together. But I was doing an interview with her, and I was sitting right where I'm sitting right now. We've been chatting for about 47, 48 minutes. I
Yeah.
had the couple cat balls, which, like I said, they're just cat toys. They're motion
Right.
activated. The
Yeah.
lights turn on when they're moved. Behind me, and almost an hour went by. Her and I just, chatting it up,
Wow.
and I wasn't aware of it at all. Obviously, she had to
Yeah.
say something for me to turn around and look.
No,
But
I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
they,
Let's go check this out again.
yeah,
With
they
my
have little
dad
red buttons on
when
them,
my baby.
and you can see it just
And
completely shift direction.
so they're like
Just
loose
watch.
buttons, so when the cat's playing, they can activate it, type of thing.
Yeah, it's just a motion activated little
Yeah, I mean, I
light.
don't have to see it. They're lighting up. Isn't that enough for anybody?
Mhm, exactly. And I've never ever seen one move with my own eyes. I've only ever seen them light up.
All right, ready?
Baby brother
Mhm.
was born. He was born when I
Oh
was
yeah, look at that.
11. The cat ball's moving. Like it was legitimately just rolling. Was born. He was
Oh.
born
You
when
can
I
see
was
my eyes
11.
Oh yeah, it's
immediately.
moving. Oh
cat
yeah,
ball's
look at it
moving.
moving. Oh shit.
Like it was
Mhm.
legitimately just.
Oh, that's kick ass. I
You
gotta
see
get me
the-
some cat balls.
You should. I love
I
them.
need
They're
cat
my
balls.
favorite.
I've
I
never
put them
actually seen
everywhere.
a cat ball like
Do you
roll
really?
before.
I immediately
I've seen
started
them light up.
crying. Yeah, my eyes welled up with tears, and I was like,
What were you feeling?
well, I mean, before she said something about the cat ball moving, I had no idea. I wasn't feeling anything. Well, that's not true. I mean, we had heard some little noises here and there and weird
Mhm.
shit, but we like the buildings, it's very old. My business partner and I have already discussed that we feel like there's something
Right.
there. We talk about it all the time. So
First thought, who was it?
what?
First thought.
With the cat ball?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You didn't get a vision of a child, you didn't get a vision of a mother, you didn't get a vision of a father, a man, woman, cow, donkey, anything?
A man.
man.
I
Okay, cool.
personally, I feel like whatever presence might be here in this building, and again, like maybe that was a presence that's here in this building, or maybe that's something that floats around with me where I go. Who knows? It could have been anything, but I
Mhm.
definitely feel like whatever it is that floats around is a
Mhm.
gentleman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, what I was taught when I was doing this stuff
hmm
is trust your first thought, your very first thought.
Yeah.
As bizarre it can be, as it can be, a butterfly, fucking butterfly, you know what I mean? You might, and then go
Yeah.
down that rabbit hole, and you're gonna find things out that
Yeah. Well, I
you
mean,
know.
your brain sends you to those places for a reason. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no,
That's awesome.
I didn't have anything really specific when it happened. I just got overwhelmed, like very
Yeah,
overwhelmed.
yeah.
Um, and I didn't feel emotional, but it made me emotional. And that's something that happens to me a lot of times during
Mm-hmm.
investigations and when things are
Mm-hmm.
happening in experiences.
Right.
Like I'll just have like tears just like rolling down my face. That's
Yeah,
just
definitely signs of an empath too.
yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of different energies and a lot of different
I'm
wonderful,
telling you.
beautiful lights going on that you really need to tap
A
into.
lot going on over here.
Yeah, you're basically a cat ball. That's what I'm saying.
I am. Oh my God, you're right. A human
I'm a
cat
cat
ball
ball. I knew it.
with a glass of Riesling.
Yes, good job. Are you familiar with what's it say? Loeb, the AI ghost / demon in the machine? If no, YouTube it. Holy shit, Claudina's got dark on me.
Nope, but I'm writing that down.
I'm not. I'm not. No offense, Claude. I am not YouTubing that. No, sir. Nope.
I would YouTube. What is it? Loeb, the AI ghost.
Yeah.
That
Whoa.
I would maybe potentially Google that first part. That second half. I don't
I
know
think
about
I've
that
already
second
seen
half.
that actually. I think I've seen what he's talking about. I
Really?
remember. Yeah, I think I saw that. No, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yes, it's weird.
I'll scope it out later.
I know. That's why I put it up for. That's why I put it up for you. I totally agreed.
You're the best.
Better to take more paranormal
That's
pictures
so
for
funny.
paranormal evidence. 100%. And then we
Oh, yeah.
have Purple Blur is still here. Claude, thank you so much. Sarah says thank you so much, Claude. You shared here. I learned something new. Absolutely, you do every time, man. He's a
Thank
great guest.
you.
I love having him as a
Yeah.
good dude. Megan, thank
Yeah.
you for sharing stories with us. May you be surrounded in protection and future adventures. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Everybody's right.
I appreciate that greatly. And
Well,
y'all
I
have all
want
been
you.
so awesome over here too.
Aren't they amazing?
Yes. Yep.
It's a Saturday night, man, and I get the
Yep.
cool people with
Oh,
me.
look, and
Ha
now she
ha.
says she's a Catholic demonologist. I was raised Catholic when I was very young and went to Catholic school and everything. So that I've always found the Catholic religion to just be like, what
Whoa.
the
Sarah has
hell?
just opened up, folks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a Catholic demonologist as well as my partner, Ed. Demonologist Eddie 3.
I like that. Is those
Wow,
middle
that's
names?
amazing. That is amazing.
That's crazy.
That
That is crazy.
wow, that's unbelievable. No, thank you. I love you being here, and I'm excited for you, Megan. I think you should really
Thank
tap
you.
into this stuff. I think you
I
should
would
join the Get
I would
Haunted
love to.
Network. You got to get on the
Mm-hmm.
Get Haunted Network. Try to get because your recordings are super cool, and you have such a natural like myself where you
But
can
this
just
would be more fun.
what?
This live doing stuff like
That's what I'm
this. Like I
saying.
jam with this. Yeah, it's really cool.
No, you would be
Mm-hmm.
really good at this. You need to. And I know, I don't just tell anybody to spend money, but I'm telling you, StreamYard
Worth
is
it.
it's so worth it, man.
I've
It's
looked
so
at it
worth it.
just a teeny. I've looked at it.
Yeah.
I'll have to poke around a little bit more because
Yeah.
I mean it fits right into like you said, the vibe.
Oh, it
And
does. You get 3 destinations for like $200, and then you
yeah,
can have 8
it's really not that
destinations.
bad.
Right. You can have 10 people in your room at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah. If you break
It-
that up
the,
by like how many days there are in a year, it's like
the mind
basically
will
free.
move.
Yeah.
All right. So that is Bobby Lee. She has now revealed herself by making you know what?
I
Bobby
love
Lee, get
that.
your ass up here. Unmute yourself and say hello to our guest before I say goodnight.
Oh,
There we go. Hey
hey.
girl, what's up?
Hey, sorry I missed the beginning. So
Nope,
nice to
no
see you in
apologies.
person. We'll totally talk backstage.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
100%. Now beat it.
Absolutely.
I got the power.
You are so silly.
No, I am so stupid silly. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go get Keno. I don't know if you guys have that in North Carolina now, but you didn't have it when I lived there. Yes, you do. You have Keno there. Keno is
What
when
is
you pick a series of numbers and you check them off and do a quick pick, and you can play 20 games or 30 games. I think it's just 20 down there. And if so many balls come out, you can win money. So I won like 4,000 like a couple
I'm gonna
months
have
ago.
to I'll have to go scope that because
Yeah,
that
so that's what I do. I get it. I
right
put
up
it on
my
my
alley.
phone. I put my phone right here. I
Yeah.
sit down. I have a gaming area in here complete with chairs and monitors
Yeah.
and consoles, and we'll sit down there and we'll play. And I play my Keno and I'll play Fortnite and I'll murk some suckers.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
yo,
love
man,
that.
you're about to get murked. You know what
I
I mean?
love that.
Yeah.
10 out of
Listen,
10. Full
listen,
support.
9-year-old. You know what I mean? No, anyway. But listen,
Yeah,
I
right.
want to thank everybody from the side. You guys were magical tonight, man.
Yeah, it was so great. I love
Sarah needs to come on an episode. I think.
the in and out.
Right? I could have all these guys on an I could have Purple Blur, Claude, and Sarah either all together or one at a time as guests on my show. You guys are absolutely kick ass.
Yeah, I
you
think
made the
that
whole
would be
show.
like a Guinness
my-
record for longest paranormal podcast of all time because we would never stop.
Well, my longest is 3 hours.
Oh, that's yeah, we could beat that. We could beat that.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
falling asleep.
you guys still here? No,
I love that.
It was chaos, like just chaos. I love it. So
That's
listen
awesome.
up, everybody. Listen up. You guys should come. I'm serious. You are amazing. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you so much. And I love. Listen, everybody, go over to Ghosts and Ghosts. Definitely the YouTube page. Check it out.
For sure.
A lot of good content over there, man. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yep.
As I
Got
always-
a lot of cool stuff coming. I got an interview that's going out next week with a really cool lady I spoke with.
You're going to be
And,
spoken about when I talk to Sarah, the co-owner of Get Haunted.
You gonna have a little chit chat?
Yeah, I am gonna have a little damn chit chat. You damn right I am.
You're
So
so
what?
funny.
I'm gonna be
I
like,
love
yo, Megan's got to come on board. She's one of us. She's one of us. Come on, I repeat, she's one of us.
She's
You know
got the vibes.
I'm telling you, they're a great group of people. So Tuesday
They
night,
are.
Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Make sure you tune in, Miss Megan.
Absolutely.
I need all the love.
I most certainly will do that.
I have a huge guest coming to my show, and I want to. He actually just texted me, and I got to read it anyways. But the dude texts you like 2 or 3 weeks later because he's so busy.
Yep. Too much
He always
going on.
And he's always like, sorry, dude. I'm like, dude, please. Half the time he's out in like British Columbia or Alaska in the woods. You know what I mean?
Something
like,
insane, right?
Yes, you owe me an apology right away. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right. You're like, make time.
He's such a humble dude, you know?
That's so good.
Hey,
Well, that'll be fun. So Tuesday night, I'll make sure I
So-
keep an eye out for that, and I will share it out with my people.
Toast.
Send it on the way. A toast for the
toast.
ghosts and
toast for the
Richie with
ghosts.
the B and the banter.
Richie with the B and the banter.
That was good, right?
You gotta say it like Boston. You gotta go banter.
Richie with the B and the banter.
Yes.
Was that better?
Richie B para potty is the best para potty because of Richie B para potty don't stop.
There we go. Look at that. He was ready.
I wish he was here to hit the rap, you know, Richie B in the para potty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kick ass. No, you guys are a lot of
That's
fun. I
awesome.
thank you guys so much for coming to our show tonight, participating in an interactive podcast.
Yeah.
Anytime you can click a link and come in and be on screen, or you can just use your voice. It gives you the option and have a conversation with us. You're welcome to do that here. This is what I love to do. It's kick ass. It's a lot of fun. I want you guys to like and subscribe.
So much fun.
What's this? Rich, I'm leaving. What are you doing? It's 6 p.m. show.
Well, look, now you
I'm
got
just kidding.
2 hours of content.
Shadow Seekers, Paranormal. That's what it is. Hello,
Yep.
Shadow Seekers. Thanks for stopping by. Like and subscribe.
Yes, for sure.
6 p.m. is 6 p.m. is our paranormal show on Saturday nights. 7 p.m. is our cryptid show on Tuesday nights. Make sure everybody attend. I need your love and support come Tuesday. It's a big show for me. I'm interviewing one of my mentors, and we don't always get a chance in life to do that. So I'm very, very
That's
grateful.
very
that
true. That's kind of a moment.
It is for me. It is a moment, and
well, I'm very excited for you. I truly do hope that goes well. I'm sure you guys will have a really good time.
My lovely woman says I have a man crush on him. So
hey, it happens. It's fine.
you know what I mean. Well, you know what happens is I get ready for softball. I wash the dishes before I leave to try to help out. You know, because I'm leaving the house as a man. You got to pitch in, right, and do things.
Yeah, anything.
I love it, and I don't mind it either, but my back hurts. So I get up there. So I get my leg up on the counter, stretch it, right?
I love that.
I'm washing dishes. Everybody have this visual. Have this visual with me, right?
Yeah.
And I get up the Google Home screen.
You're propped.
And I mirror my phone with this dude's shows, Alex Petikoff. And he's like, and he comes on, he's like, so I'm in the woods looking for Bigfoot.
Oh no.
So then I hear, oh, is that your boyfriend with the sultry voice?
That's
she goes,
so
you know,
funny.
it looks weird because you got your leg up on the counter doing dishes, right?
You were prepared. That was it. You were just ready. You were ready
think
to
I
go.
should tell him that story? I don't know. Tuesday night.
That's awesome.
I should just stand up and
Oh
do
my
it
God.
right here. So
I love that.
Anyways, I usually can't
that's
be here
quality
due to
content.
work. Oh, good. Hey, Purple Blur, enjoy your vacation, my man. Oh, that is awesome.
That is awesome. That is
Purple
so
Blur,
good.
enjoyed the conversation. See, this is what I like. Be good to each other as humans. Don't shit on each other, man. I don't care what your beliefs are, what your techniques are. Be good to each other.
Exactly.
All right?
It's all you need. All you need in life.
Everybody, make sure you subscribe to my friend Megan's YouTube Toast. It goes Toasts with an S on the end.
Toasty.
Yep. There's right there. It says it right here. Toast.
Yep.
See the X and the
I
ghost.
love it.
Go there, and Toasty will welcome you with open arms.
I
right,
sure
Toasty?
will. I sure will.
Hey, Toasty. Hey.
Hey, Toasty.
Toasty.
All day, every day.
Awesome. So I will be back Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Follow me on my TikTok, Banter with Richie B. Follow me on my Instagram, Banter with Richie B. Go over to my Facebook, Banter with Richie B. And definitely like and subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm going to be doing a lot of live Bigfoot hunting out in the woods. I'd rather call it research, not hunting. Sorry, Bigfoot. Make sure you join me there, okay?
That's so exciting.
Make sure definitely you're here Tuesday night, okay?
Megan, absolutely. So like much. I said, I'll share it out to my peeps, and I'm sure we'll chat again. This was fun.
Oh my God, I had an absolute blast. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I really did. I needed it.
Thank you. You did?
I did. Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a minute. It's been a funky couple weeks, so It feels good to just sit and talk about, you know, things that
Th-
make me
Things
happy.
that we didn't know we were going to talk about.
Exactly. Yep. The good shit.
They brought us for a rise, you know. The fact that all
Yeah.
of you exist increases my. Oh, that's awesome.
I
The
love
fact that all of
that.
you increase.
That
Yeah.
is.
Well,
That's
I'm
awesome.
glad to be. I am glad to be part of that sentence. Thank you, everybody. I
Yeah.
hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you to Megan. Toast and Ghost.
Thank you
Make
for
sure you like
having
and
me.
subscribe. Please, it's a pleasure. You're welcome. This is
Absolutely.
you have a home here. Good night, everybody. Say good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Megan.
Bye, guys. See you later.